it was.
You see what he did
He
without
had his
Moore.
most.
Nope.
He had his most
Y'all
passing
saw what he
touchdowns,
did without
most
Moore.
passing
Horrible
yards.
offense.
How was it not?
No, it was
Horrible
not his
offense
best
without
passing
Moore.
year. You're
Horrible
It was
tripping.
his
offense.
best passing
It was his
year.
best TD to interception ratio. Shit,
That
Gabby,
is
I
not
gotta
his
run to
I
the
feel
best.
like
store. Give Ernest my
2022 was
spot.
his best overall season.
I'll be back.
From a
Exactly.
passing standpoint, but people look at total shit because even in this so-called down year, Jalen Hurts still put up some pretty decent
You
numbers, pretty good
having
numbers.
the best
Mm-hmm.
passing.
Man, he was putting up 170 yards for at least 3 games. That was horrible.
This was
How
not
is
his
that
best
fucking horrible
passing
if he's
year. I'm not
averaging
gonna
another
lie.
Because
40
he was
rushing?
just big. He
So if
was
you
just
no,
he
no,
was
Yo,
come on, if
just
you average
dick and dunking the
190
ball.
passing, right, and then
He
you
was
put
just
another 40
dick and
in
dunking the
rushing,
ball.
so how the
You
fuck
done
does 230 a game
Yo,
considered bad?
there was games this man was struggling to throw one touchdown pass, bro.
Exactly.
Because he had three
Exactly.
Hold
rushing.
on,
But
And
that's the
That
thing.
don't make
He's
somehow,
no
and
dealing with.
sense.
somehow,
So
hold on.
if I
He's
throw
and,
a
dealing with
bomb,
what he
right?
he
could
was
Look,
have
hold on.
dealt
struggling.
If
with.
I
He
throw
was
a 30-yard
struggling
pass
so
to my receiver
much.
fall at the 1 yard line, and we do decide to do a quarterback sneak to get in, y'all trying to dock Jalen Hurts for that? That makes no
He
sense.
No,
wasn't he
this is the other
wasn't
thing.
stretching the ball
If
downfield
you're
this
saying
season.
you're
Are you
saying that
You
Jalen
crazy?
want to
Hurts
bet?
struggles so much as a passer
You
because
want
his
to look at
passing
the
touchdowns,
numbers?
His offense coordinator
he had
was
more
Kevin
passing touchdowns than
How
Justin
Patullo.
Herbert
many
last year.
Like,
how many
bro, stop
passes
the
he had over
bullshit,
30
bro.
yards?
This
Kevin
motherfucker, what are you
Patullo.
talking about? He
They
didn't
just
even
be
look. They
yapping.
sat the last game of the season. Before they sat the second to last game of the season, Hurts was 6 in touchdown passes, bro. What are you talking about?
And
But
he
the
had
How
more
many
fact,
passing.
yards? Look, we
He had
can
more
look it up
passing
right now. How
touchdowns
many
than one
passes does
Justin
he have over
Herbert, bro.
30 yards?
all the Kevin
I
Patullos
know I
out
can tell
of
you how much he
Jalen
had
Hurts still
over
had a great
25.
season.
Hey, don't even bring that up, bro. Over the last 5 years, Jalen Hurts has the most 25-yard plus passing touchdowns, and it's by a
T-ball
lot.
touchdowns too.
By a
Exactly.
That's
lot.
it. Kevin Moore
It's
definitely
by a lot
definitely had a
too.
play.
So
Jalen
Definitely
Hurts
yeah,
has a
that's
lot
not
of
the
with
game
T-ball
you
Moore, he
want to
touchdowns. Yeah,
definitely
play.
had that.
considering the fact
This
that's
year,
his
nah.
whole
Y'all are
We gotta
wrong,
stop
Hey,
man.
that, bro. He's throwing all
I
kind of
would
dots to
hope
Jahan Dotson and
I would
shit and
hope
Smith.
that would be the case when you got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas
Oh,
got
here
it to
we
fucking
go.
Oh
throw
my
to, bro.
God.
People get
Right.
proven wrong, then they throw, oh, it's the team.
Oh, I
I
would hope
didn't
Well,
say
so.
they're
That's
that.
one
saying
thing I
it's
How
hate
the
is
about
it
the
not
whole
the
team.
Jalen Hurts
team?
How
How is
argument.
many
it not
games
the
did he
team?
throw under
I mean,
200
that is
Y'all will
very.
yards?
literally look.
How
Y'all
is
say
it
he
not the
can't
Answer
do
that.
team?
this or
Answer
don't do
that.
that. Then you get
That is.
proven wrong, and you find out he
No,
do
I
Nah,
shit.
didn't
that
say
Then you
is.
that.
say, oh, it's the team.
How many games
Just
did
say
he
you
How
were
throw
is it not
under
the
wrong.
200
team?
yards?
What
Just
am
say
I
you
wrong
were
about?
wrong.
What
That's all
am
you
I
gotta
wrong
do.
about? What am I wrong about?
No, I'm not. Listen, people will say one thing about Jalen Hurts. Oh, he can't do this or he don't do that. He's not good at
That
that.
is
Then
very
they get
scheme
proven
based
wrong
though.
that he actually do it. Then it goes to back. Oh, he's only doing it because of the team. First, you
You
didn't
know
Yeah,
what I
think
mean?
he was doing it at all.
it
Now it's
is
oh
No,
he's
but
scheme
doing it
based.
because of the players around him.
the whole root of this argument was
It
making it
has to
seem
be
like
scheme based.
Sirianni developed him, bro,
Yeah,
and made him better. That's a
No, we're not
lie,
even
No,
on
bro.
Nick
Kevin Moore
Sirianni,
made
bro.
him
That
better.
had nothing to do with Nick Sirianni.
he
That's a
did.
lie, man.
Mistaken. Kellen
And
Moore
Moore
made
Jalen,
made
Jalen
him
Jalen
Hurts
better.
Hurts
better.
passing, being leading the league in 25+ yard passes has nothing to fucking do with Nick Sirianni.
Exactly.
Has nothing to do
It's
Nothing.
with
more of a shot.
Sirianni.
That's just a
Like
shot at
that
the
It
didn't
man
has
have
who
it
just
nothing to
getting
has
do
hot
with
at
it
Nick
it.
has
Sirianni.
it has
Say that
everything to
again.
do it has everything to do with having the best offensive fucking line that we've seen in the last
They did not have
15
the
It
best
wasn't
years.
even the
offensive line
fucking
last
You
year,
had the
period.
sir.
best
That's
offense,
another fucking
period.
false statistic. Why do
You
people say
had
that
the
just because y'all hear about the Philly O line in the news and the media a lot?
What?
They were not
No,
fucking
that's
number
not
one
true,
not
last
in
dude.
season.
Philly.
They
Yes,
weren't
they
You
even
did.
could
They
fucking
had
just
a
top. Hold
hold
dominant.
on,
on.
hold on,
They
They
hold
weren't
had
on.
a
You
even.
could
dominant
literally
O
Y'all gotta
line.
stop
Stop
that shit,
playing
bro.
now.
That O
that's
line was
not
They
not
did
true,
good
last
dude.
last
year.
year.
They
That's
were
That
not
not
O
That
even
true.
O
line
that
line
was
shit.
was
Stop
not
that
good
dominant.
shit.
Man,
last
stop
year.
playing.
Bro, all you got to do is just turn on your fucking television and watch
He
football and
said, "Turn on the
clearly see.
television."
So
Hold on.
Don, they
What
were in
it
the league
No.
last
was,
year.
What?
So
bro.
that
That
yo,
that
That
your
O
O
Hold on,
line
line
eyes
was
was
hold
is
on,
messed
not
hold
up
on.
good
this
Yo,
last
season,
year.
bro.
let
I
me
don't know what's
speak,
wrong with you.
bro. Let me speak, bro. I
Yes,
said
please
turn on
do.
the I said turn on the television and watch the fucking Eagles play football, not
Okay.
watch Stephen A. Smith speak.
So
I
Don,
said
They had
so
watch.
were they
No, hold
hold on.
on.
elite
Let me.
last
Can I
season?
say? Oh
They
my
had a
god,
they
bro.
had
This
a
is
top
crazy,
seven
bro.
O
You
line.
repeating yourself, bro. I'm
Yo,
not
The
gonna listen to
Eagles
that.
no, I'm
offensive
not,
line
dude.
was
No, I'm
not good
not.
Yeah,
that
you
last
are. You said the
year.
same thing 3 times.
No,
See, this is why
wait.
as an
Guess
Eagles
what?
fan,
Guess
bro, it's
who's guess
like
who's guess who's
you reason why
responsible
we
for
so
me repeating
defensive because
myself?
y'all just say a
When you
bunch
cut
of
me off,
bullshit,
when you
bro.
cut me off mid sentence, yes, I'm going to repeat myself, motherfuckers 30 years old can't have a fucking conversation. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? At the
Yo,
end of the day, when you turn on the television, you watch the Eagles play week in and week out, and you see them dominate, yes, I'm going to come to the conclusion that they're the best offensive line in the league for the last
So
fucking decade.
when you seen
hold
Steen
on.
doing a handstand and Jalen Hurts having to shake people off for his life
Hold
and
on,
stiff
Philly.
arm people to throw a 30-yard pass downfield, you said,
What
damn,
was the
that's a
last
great O
time?
line.
What?
When
Wait,
you seen our
hold
center
up. Hold
getting
When
up.
you see
bullied,
Jalen Hurts stiff arm somebody,
That
hold
doesn't
bro?
on. When you
happen.
seen our center getting bullied and ran over and Barkley running into a brick wall, you said, damn,
Yo,
that's a good
Hold
line.
on,
this man just said,
Philly.
When you when you seen
Hey, y'all,
Barkley
bro. Hey, let's see your
get
one
a
mic.
toss to the left and Jordan Mailata in the first few weeks was getting bullied, you thought that was a good O line. That's
Wait,
crazy,
hold on,
bro.
Philly. So explain
how the
That's
past
fucking
5 years.
crazy, bro. Ask any Eagle fan
Can I
how
Hold
he
go
felt
on,
now?
about the O
hold
line this
on.
past season.
This man is lying.
Bro,
Let me
Explain,
go
can
next,
y'all
bro.
please let
explain.
Blunt answer this question? Go ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
all I want to know is explain how y'all finished in the top 10 offensive line the past 5 years if y'all haven't had, and 2 of those years y'all were the number one offensive line. I just want to know how,
Okay,
like,
first of all, I said Pacific last year we were not a top 5 O line. Is that
y'all
true or
were top
false?
seven. Y'all were top seven
I'm gonna
though.
say it again. I said they were not a top 5 O line last year. Was that true or false?
Y'all were top seven though. So what's your point?
Seven is
I'll ask
two
a
different,
question. Is that
bro.
top 5, my motherfucker? He said we were the best O line. If we were
Yo,
7, hold on. If we were 7, that is
Before
not
last
number
season,
1.
buddy.
Can you comprehend that?
Before last season. Why are we gonna
But
act
like,
Fucking
stupid?
delusional,
but
bro.
Why are
nah,
we
Like,
but
gonna
the
try
way
and act
what are y'all
stupid to
talking
the
prove
way
your
about?
you're
point?
talking, the way you're talking, ma- the way you're talking makes it seem like you had some like shitty ass O line, but like you had
They
a
were
top
shit at
seven
times.
offensive line.
you
They
said
It's
were
at
only
they were
because
times,
the
not
they
center
were
overall.
shuffled.
retired. It's
They were
only
At
shuffled
because
and
the
hurt
times,
center
not
last year.
retired.
overall.
I
What
can
They
the
were
only,
hell?
I
shuffled and hurt
can't hear
last
you.
year, bro.
Jurgens'
And
back was done. Landon Dickinson left leg and knee was finished. Jordan
Mhm.
Matilda was getting cooked off the snap. Landon's was
Thank you.
finished.
Somebody actually right.
Nobody
That's why I'm
got
going off what
surgery.
he said.
In
He said he turned
September,
on the
hold on.
TV
Yo, Philly,
and
Philly,
said,
hold
"Go
on. Let
ahead,
me
bro.
get this joint right. Let me get this
Yeah, I'm
joint
gonna
right.
let you have it."
In the public practice right before the season started, most of those guys never got surgery before the season. So when the public practice happened and Landon Dickinson got hurt at 8 p.m., we knew it was going to be an issue. We knew Kevin Petullo never called plays. And when
Yeah.
football, concept and play calling is the most important thing. It don't matter when you with names, it don't matter with football. You have to play call, you have to execute, you have to do these things week by week. When
Hmm.
you don't do things like that, Thursday night versus the Giants in New Jersey happens. Chicago on what was that, Thanksgiving, what, Halloween, Black Friday, things like that happen.
Yeah.
If anybody
Facts.
that watched Philly football for real knows, Philly being a top 7 offensive line in the league is bottom tier, garbage tier for that offensive line. We know them as a top 3, top 2, or even top 5
Which
offensive
was
line on
which
that
was
team.
which
Facts.
was my point.
That is okay,
Say
yeah, exactly.
which
That's
was
what I'm
my
saying.
point
Your point
earlier.
was no problem. No, your point was no problem. But we cannot act like there is a lot of things and situations that happened with that Philly offense last year that depth it down. And still, to this day, Jalen Hurts still had a pretty great season
Not
going through
great.
all that stuff.
it's a great season. I'm gonna tell you why it's a great season too. Because we
Nah, it
sit up
wasn't a
here
great
Putting
and
them
season.
dunking the ball
we sit
doesn't.
up here and we
Bro,
talk
Cam
about
Ward had
Justin
more
Herbert,
passing yards than him,
who got
bro.
an MVP vote last year, and he got
Wait,
an
What are you
so,
talking about?
MVP vote and got looked at as having a
hey, whoa,
great
whoa, whoa.
season. But Jalen Hurts had more passing touchdowns than that guy. But
What did he say?
somehow his season
He
was
said
great.
he
Are you
said
trying
who
to
had
say
more.
Jalen Hurts is on the
Wait,
same team with Josh
who
Allen? Are
said he
you
got more
crazy?
passing yards
I
than Jalen
didn't.
Hurts? Somebody,
I
When the
said
who the
Cam
fuck
Ward
brought up
had more
Josh Allen?
passing yards than bro.
He
what are
had
we
more
doing,
passing
bro?
touchdowns than Justin
Oh,
Cam
my
Herbert.
bad.
Ward,
My bad.
bro.
We
Cam fucking Ward,
Cam
dude.
Ward. What about Cam
Cam
Ward? Cam
Ward.
Ward is garbage.
He had more
no,
yards
he's
than
not.
Jalen
He's
SJB,
Hurts.
coming
could you
through
move the
right
Now
now.
sticker
he's
for me, bro?
garbage.
Calling and concept
Cam Ward is
matters.
Whoa,
trash.
Play concept
None of them
matters.
are beating Dak Prescott, bro. Just stop.
At
Picking Cam Ward
at
over
what
Jalen
point?
Hurts right
And this is the
now
other thing I
with
hate
that
that y'all
offensive
do.
line.
Y'all always want to talk
hold
about
on.
yards.
Go
At what
ahead.
point does yards mean more than touchdowns?
Oh
Like
my god,
I don't
bro.
never
Because
understand
you
that.
got to stretch the
So hold
field
on.
to get
Hold on, hold
those
on,
that
hold on. Let me answer
touchdown.
this. Let me answer this.
I'm about
You
yards. Like,
said
man, cut
you
it out.
said
Cam Ward had
earlier
more yards than Dylan
you
Cruz. That don't
said
mean he played
earlier that
better.
this was his best passing season, right? So how is it your
I mean, his
best
best pass
passing?
season, yes.
No, this was not his best passing season. Whoever
That's
said
what
that,
I'm
that's a
saying.
bad.
So
That's a
You
like,
said
problem.
he had a great season.
yeah, you
Yeah,
said
That's
he
he
a
had
had
a
a
fucking
great.
great.
lie.
He had a great season dealing with Kevin
He
Petullo
had
that
a
never called
horrible
plays.
season.
Bro, that
Dealing
was
with
not a
Kevin
No,
great
Petullo
bro.
that
season,
never
bro.
called plays. He had a pretty great season.
This is his
No,
best
bro,
passing season.
that was
That's
not a
exactly
great
what he
season,
said.
bro.
All right.
So I'm
Listen, bro.
confused. How is this your best passing season?
Listen.
And
Listen.
you
If Jordan
allowing
Love had
people.
Kevin Petullo as his OC, he would have threw 17 interceptions with a bad season.
Yeah, but
Same thing with Jared Goff.
we know Jalen Hurts
So
is a
if
very
this wasn't his best
conservative
passing
quarterback.
season, what season was better? He was
He's not
25
aggressive.
touchdowns to 6 picks. He was
No, his
64. He
2022.
was
His
64%.
2022 was his best passing season.
Exactly, by far.
Where he threw
2022 was his best
where he
passing
threw
season by
fewer
far.
touchdowns, more interceptions, and a relative completion percentage.
It was
Talking
blowing
about
teams out
Right.
by the
efficiency
third
wise.
quarter.
Again, I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder.
Hmm.
But overall,
I'm
I
going
don't
off
just all pass
facts.
and go
I'm going off
overall.
facts.
He had a solid season overall.
I'm
Good
just talking about
pass.
his best
He had a
passing
slot.
numbers by. Now, do I
2022
think
was
that
his best
22
passing season.
2022
Let me
as an
look something.
overall season was better? Yes.
Solid is a good word to
When you
describe it.
incorporate the rushing and the winning, yes, he was a better season in terms of that. But in terms of passing as a passer, this was his best passing season. Most touchdowns, fewest interceptions, and completion percentage was relative. The yards were relative as well. So as a passer, this is his best year. That's just a
At
factual statement.
3,200 yards, right?
Yeah, he's
Say that
usually throwing around that anyway.
I could give you it being his one of his best passes because Kevin Patullo was
It's
dog
his
shit.
best.
It was
Unequivocally, it's the
dog
best.
shit. It was terrible.
It was terrible. Just the team just didn't achieve what they were supposed to. But far as how he performed, he had his
Kevin
most
Patel really
touchdowns,
limited
his
their offense.
fewest interceptions, and the fucking completion
No, it's
percentage was
crazy.
relative. I don't know
He had
what are y'all
Well, we not
using
mad
to
enough
say
at
any
that
other
because
season was better.
he
I
had
don't know what
that shit could have
I'm
been
just
a
using
lot
the
better.
stats.
He had 17 passing
Right.
touchdowns in the red zone. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, how many rushing did he have?
I don't know. I'm not even
Season.
incorporating. I think he had
Wasn't it
6
like
rushing
18?
touchdowns, I think, this
What
year, if I'm
season?
not
What,
mistaken.
last year?
No, he
I
talking
think it was
about
6.
Oh, he had
I
8.
think he talking about 2022
8.
or some shit like that.
Last year he had 8.
Last year had 8. In
Oh,
2022, he had like 15 of them
Off
motherfuckers.
from
He was tripping.
Yeah,
off from
yeah, like
probably the
18.
tush push too.
Yeah, 2022,
It
he
wasn't
was
really
going crazy.
incorporated. Like,
Yeah, but
Hey,
no,
him and Josh Allen tied the record for most rushing touchdown by a quarterback, I believe.
doing touch pushes too. Shout out Josh
yeah,
Allen.
that's another thing. We don't knock Josh Allen for doing a fucking touch push, but we do it for Jalen Hurts. Shit get
We
weird, bro.
do.
Shit
Yes,
get
we
weird
Shit
when it
do.
come to
weird.
doggy.
Shit gets
Yes,
I think
we
when you
weird.
do.
got big ass quarterbacks like that, like
Yes, we
Jalen
do.
Hurts is strong as fuck and Josh Allen big as fuck, it's just
Did
like
we
you wouldn't get them boys the fucking ball on a
did
one
we
play.
not see what Josh Allen did against the Jaguars after the penalty got called? He did that shit 2 times in a row.
Yep.
I know, but Josh Allen just loves right
He
touchdown.
different, bro.
They won't do that
He's
shit.
insufferable.
They
Josh
like
Allen's
they like the
insufferable.
Glazers, so
No,
they
he just
gon'
he a
he can't get
baller.
no hate.
He a baller though. It ain't
Yeah,
his fault.
he's a baller,
It's
man.
Mind you,
the it's
mind
the
you,
media. It's the
mind
media.
you,
He a
Oh
baller.
no,
he
He's
it's always
wasn't.
the
cooking.
media, and people don't realize the media actually affecting their mind. They'll deny it, but tell me one take the media say that they disagree with.
Who's they?
A lot.
Y'all, like people in general.
Mind you, right?
I disagree with them funky
We haven't,
motherfuckers all the
we,
time.
That has
we
nothing to
haven't,
do with your team. Like take your team out of it,
mind
Yes,
you,
I
we,
and tell me
disagree
mind you,
a
with
we
them
haven't
media
had this
take
funky
that
same
motherfuckers all the
conversation.
you
time.
disagree with. Because y'all
Mind
say
you,
the same top five quarterbacks the media say.
I
we
Y'all
haven't
don't.
say
had
the
the
same type of
same,
narrative. The ones they hate, y'all
nah,
say the same shit.
we
Like,
haven't had a
No, not
single
true.
conversation about another quarterback yet, and y'all trying to bring other narratives to prove your point.
what
I'm
you
not
mean?
Hey,
understanding.
and listen, bro. This
I'm
what we
bringing up
gotta
other quarterbacks
understand.
now. What are you
This what
talking
we
about?
saying, bro. We not on the sports shows. We not on ESPN, bro. We
Yeah,
can have real discourse about every other player in the league. You see what I'm saying? It
exactly.
doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about? We don't got to keep pushing these narratives, talking about the
Right.
same
That's
three
my
teams.
point.
And
Right.
like, we're on this, JB give us this platform to speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? Speak how you feel so you can be heard. We got 23 people in here waiting to hear what any 9 of us got to say. You know what I'm talking about?
Man,
That's my whole
fuck the
point.
NFL media.
All these when y'all do these lists,
Mm.
y'all using the same shit. Like I just said, how come Sean McVay's and Doc? As you see, people still think highly of Sean McVay, even though he
Yeah.
technically hasn't been winning a whole lot with a lot of
I
talent
mean,
around
but
him.
I'm
so
gonna
so just
go.
tell me
I
this
don't know
real
how he
quick.
Let's
When
talk
it
over
comes
about
to
Cam.
that.
Sean McVay, I give you that, right? I think Andy Reid should definitely be higher, but I don't think he should be any lower than 2 or 3. And I
Shouldn't be
only
any
say
lower than
that
2. No
or
lower than 2.
3. I'll give you 3 because Kyle Shanahan, I
Kyle
think
Shanahan,
has
no, CK,
Kyle
no.
Shanahan. Wait, real quick, just is Kyle Shanahan not one of the most innovative minds in the
He's not
league?
better than Sean. He's
I'm not
not.
Like,
saying
what
he
makes
is.
Matt
I'm not
Are you
Lafleur
saying
even
he
like?
serious?
is.
What the
Listen,
fuck
I'm
has
not
Matt
saying he
Lafleur
is. I'm
done?
just saying. I, man, I'm
No
not
Are you
argument.
saying.
serious?
I'm
There's no
not
Did you
saying.
argument
just
for
I'm
say
that
not
guy.
Sean
saying.
McVay is
Hold
better
on.
than Andy
I'm
Reid?
not saying
Are
Sean
you kidding
McVay.
me?
I'm not saying that. I think Andy
No,
Reid
I
should
said,
be
all
more.
right.
But
Say
all I'm
that. I
saying,
said Andy Reid should be number 1, and there's no argument
He
for
should.
Kyle
Okay.
Shanahan for being over
100%.
Okay, so
Sean.
so CJ,
are
what,
you
what
That's
about
simple.
you?
serious? Kyle Shanahan
Andy
to
Reid
me
should be
has
number
only
one.
reason
That's
you
for
wouldn't
sure.
put Kyle Shanahan at 2 is because Sean McVay has done what Shanahan hasn't. I'm all fucked up.
I'm
My
gonna tell
fault,
you
y'all. I'm
this.
talking too fast. I'm talking too
Yeah,
fast.
he
Yeah.
won a Super
McVay,
Bowl and
yeah.
Shanahan did.
And let's be
Yeah.
real.
Other than that, if
When we
you
talk
look
about
at it,
players, I don't like doing the ring
yeah,
thing. But when it comes to coaches, the ring thing
yep,
matters. I ain't gonna lie.
it
He's
does.
always
It
matter.
does. But I'll say this. Kyle Shanahan has done more with less.
It's not true.
I was finna say
It's
Man,
that
not even
fuck,
too. I was
true.
What do you
finna
mean
say
man,
it's
that
It's
not
not even
hell
too.
true?
no.
true. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
true.
not
What?
What
true at
has he
all.
done
Fuck,
most?
serious?
No.
That's
No, are
not
you telling
true.
me so you telling me McVay has had a Todd Gurley, right? A Jared Goff, who we don't want to say is
Yes.
good, but was in one of the
Mm-hmm.
best games that
He
we've
didn't
seen
win
in
with
I don't know how long.
whoa, because you're putting the ring in it. He didn't win with those guys. He didn't win the
He
championship
didn't
with
do
that
more.
guy.
You know what? You're
So
right.
where's the
You're right.
more?
I'm not gonna do the participation awards. They did get to the Super Bowl and they
Where did he
lost. You're
do?
right.
When everybody says the more with less part, y'all conveniently always forget the actually doing more parts because he never did anything more
Exactly.
than Sean McVay.
That's
He
a
never
fact.
did anything more.
That's a fact.
He did less with more. What more part did he do? He
Sean
didn't do
McVay has
more.
done more.
That's the point I'm making.
He did less with less.
No, what I'm saying is he did
Whatever,
more with
man.
the players that he had compared to Sean McVay. He did
Even
more
that,
with those
even when you
players.
say that,
I can't
even
say
when you
that.
Let me
say
tell
that,
you.
He
Let me
didn't
say
hold on,
do
this.
hold on, brother.
Let me say.
Nothing.
Hold on. Let me say. Let
Go
me
ahead.
say this. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Let me say
Go
this
ahead.
real quick. Okay.
Mhm.
If you're going to say that Brock Purdy's not a top 10 quarterback, then you have to tell me
And
that Kyle Shanahan's a fucking better coach than John McVay.
no,
You
that's
I
have
not.
to
understand what you're
fucking tell me
saying in
that.
Bro,
that
what are you
regard, but you can't
talking
But
say he's a
about?
better
look,
coach just
brother.
because he got
What?
a better
It's not.
quarterback.
That's one position. When you look at the San Francisco 49ers, they've had more All Pros drafted to their team than Sean McVay had drafted to his and acquired as
But
well.
that's the
So,
position that made Sean McVay win.
yeah, but this no
That's the
Nah,
Sean
position that
McVay
made
didn't
Sean
win
McVay
because of
No.
the
win.
quarterback. That's not even true.
What?
He
nah,
didn't.
that wasn't,
Because
bro. It
Matthew
wasn't
Stafford
Stafford,
came in
bro.
and won.
Oh,
It
when
wasn't.
Hey,
he
hey,
went to
hey,
the
Stafford,
Otis.
bro.
when
Hey,
he
look,
went to the Super
Otis.
Bowl the
Otis.
first
Hold on,
time,
hold
Yo,
on,
Jared
hold on,
Goff
He
hold
did
on.
go
threw
with
one
golf, bro.
touchdown the
Hold
entirety of
on,
the
hold on,
playoffs
bro.
run.
Let me
One.
just say this one thing. Hey, Otis, I understand he a Rams, he's a Rams
I
coach and shit
I
like that. And
I'm
you a
a, you're
49er,
making
but
my point.
like get out of here with that shit, bro. Like, come on.
But he did go to the Super Bowl with golf, and that was when golf was
Yeah,
fucking
he did take
even
Jared Goff
worse
to
than
the
he
Super
is
Bowl.
Golf
now.
So
is
that,
going for a Super Bowl. That's his
And
yeah,
And he
bro. I
was
ain't gonna.
cans in that playoff run.
system
He threw
only
one
gets you
touchdown,
so
two
far
picks. He was
in San
trash.
Francisco, bro.
Then
Only gets you so far.
okay, Garoppolo or Jared Goff
Garoppolo
or
at
Jimmy
that
You
time
broke
Garoppolo.
was
up.
Tell
You
me.
actually a
broke
Jared
up.
solid
You
Goff.
keep
quarterback. He get a
you
lot of
said
hate,
Jared Goff or
but he was
Jimmy
winning
G.
even
I
with
would
the
go Jared
Patriots.
Goff.
Jared Goff.
But that's just one position.
Right,
You keep
right.
forgetting the
So that's less
entirety.
than what he did. The
But
But
they have
same.
a
but that's
whole
not the whole
defense.
team,
Like,
though,
I don't
bro,
even
brother.
want
come
to say
on.
Jimmy Garoppolo because Jimmy
Bro,
Garoppolo
the
That's
doesn't
one
even
49ers
fit
got a
Kyle
position.
whole
Shanahan's
defense,
system.
You know
bro.
we can
Like,
talk
what are
about
we
football
talking
It
without
don't
about?
just
You
bringing
talking
up
matter.
about a
quarterbacks, right?
quarterback.
There's other
You talking about
positions.
a quarterback and it's a team sport and it's an all around
Like
team. They don't
right.
say who. Like,
Thank you.
yeah, they individually they'll be like, hey, who's the best quarterback? But as a team in the playoffs, they rank y'all as an overall team, not just one position. What are we talking about here?
Okay.
Like, what? I get it, bro. Your coach 0-3 in the Super Bowl. We get it, bro. We get it. We get it, bro. We understand you frustrated. We get it.
Okay. If that's the way you want to think about it, okay.
We get it. Your coach 0-2 with you in the Super Bowl and
Yeah,
0-3 all
Oh, and
we
three.
gotta put some respect out there, bro. Like you can't do quote unquote more with less or less with more, whatever the fuck you trying to say. When he never accomplished anything more. Sean
He on
McVay,
the Rams. How come people
Never
don't
won.
dock
He's never
Stafford
won
from
the
them fucking
bowl. Like
goals?
that's the whole
What
fact
I'm
about
saying
it.
is the more with less comment isn't about.
Real quick, Raw was in the middle of talking, bro.
no,
Let him
he
speak.
good. No, I'm saying what's the more part? Like I want you to tell me what is the more part that he did with the less. Oh, this if you don't mind. You good. You go I think you on mute, brother.
Otis, you got to unmute your mic, bro.
Keep his team in playoff contention with like with everything, with all the circumstances involved.
He's doing more with the guys he has than the other guy is doing with his guys.
which is
True
who?
though. What's
Which is
more did he
who?
It's not
do?
true.
No, it's not.
It's not that
Not
he's winning a championship. What I'm saying is the accomplishments of the players he has is what's more.
what accomplishments? Like what?
The way that he has been able to continue to make his offense work without a
Mhm.
hitch.
What years
That's
did the
what I'm
Rams
saying.
offense not work? What year did the Rams offense not work?
No. The difference is the players are not the same. We just went through this. Jimmy Garoppolo is not as good as Jared Goff. Brock
Bro,
Purdy's not as good as Matthew Stafford.
all right. Okay, so
And
let's stay
he's
right
getting
there.
more out of those
but hold
players.
on, hold
Hold
on.
on,
But your
hold on.
coach is
Let me
good
return to
enough.
that.
Hold
Let me
on,
return to
hold
that
on.
real quick, Chess. So you understand that when Todd Gurley was going on his historic run in MVP season, right? That they lost Todd Gurley, brought in CJ Anderson off the bench, big butterball looking motherfucker. And he
Right.
ran all over everybody still
Got you.
without Todd Gurley there.
So we're not going to talk about Matt Brady or Raheem Mostert. We're not going to talk about those guys.
No,
Like that's what I'm saying, dude.
I'm not disregarding that. I'm saying Sean McVay's
Yeah.
doing the same thing. Even
But
when
you,
he
but
loses guys and he bringing other guys in, like I just gave the example from an MVP guy to a guy who's on the couch. That's as far as a bandwidth that you can
And
stretch.
Jordan Mason, by the way.
And they went
Right.
and ran all over everybody through the playoffs and made it to the Super Bowl without their best player.
I'm just
Todd Gurley
saying
was
we
their best player.
consistently have
Or Aaron
like
Donald.
you're talking about Todd Gurley,
It's the
but
best.
look at the injuries the 49ers have had and still have been consistently in the same spot.
Exactly, bro. We're gonna act like we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I
Like
just don't
we're
think that's
the
doing.
most injured team in the
Excuse
league
me.
the last 8 years. The
Yeah, that's a
most
fact.
injured
But
team. It's
I
not
don't-
even
Let me go to your
close.
people's house.
that's a fact.
You
I
can
just
do it,
don't
yeah.
think that's doing more than what Sean McVay did. It's not more. He's winning the same rate. He's winning.
Because you're
He's winning
talking
conference
about
championships too. What?
yeah, what you're
What else are we
talking
talking
about
about,
is
bro?
you're talking about what the coach is doing for the team. And what I'm telling you is I'm talking about what the coach is doing to get out of the player.
Yeah, what he's doing to
Exactly.
get out of his players is he's going to championships and he's winning
So
them.
basically
Like,
So
bro,
what you're
he's
that
getting
saying,
more
impact the
out of the
player.
lesser players than Sean
nah,
McVay
Otis.
is.
So what
That's
No,
you're
what I'm saying.
saying,
the
based on
49ers
what
have
Okay.
had more all
what?
pros
All
on
right.
their team than Sean McVay has. So that's not even
Bro,
true.
so
y'all
from
always, bro, y'all have the most depth out of anybody. Y'all shouldn't even
Yeah.
be, bro. Y'all shouldn't have even been in the playoffs last year. But just for the simple fact that fucking Mac Jones came in and won y'all 5 or 6 games, that like what,
System, bro. It's a
like what are we
system.
So
talking about?
are you proving my point then?
I
So
Mac,
we
think
shouldn't
like
have been in the
Mac
playoffs, but
Jones.
we made it.
Otis. I think what you're
So the
like,
coach
I get
isn't
what
that
you're
good.
saying,
That's not about the coaching.
but
It's
I
about
feel
the
like
depth. It's about the
it's a
construction of your
develop.
team.
Like if you're talking from a developmental standpoint, I can get behind it, but like
Right.
that's
That's
not.
exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
That's
hold
like
on,
that's
exactly what
not.
I'm saying.
but hold on, Otis, check him out. Check him out. Go ahead, man.
But that's not like what football is all about. You get what I'm trying to say? So like, yeah, I get
No.
from like if you want to put him higher because his scheme and his development is at the top of everybody, whatever. But like
Mm-hmm.
that also gets put on his predecessors as well, because we not gonna act like Robert Saleh wasn't out there scheming up crazy ass defensive schemes with fucking second and third strings
Exactly.
last year either. You know what I mean? So like that's
I
why
Exactly,
didn't,
you know what I'm
bro.
but
saying.
I didn't.
Like
D'Amico Ryans.
yeah,
After
it's not
Salah
I
it's
left,
didn't
not
bring
that.
D'Amico
any. I
Ryans took
didn't
him.
bring up any defensive
It doesn't
players.
matter. It doesn't matter. If you're a
So
head
so
coach,
you so
hold
the
on,
defense so, so the
wait. No, hold
defense
on,
don't
By
make
hold
no
that
on, hold on,
plays?
hold
rationale,
on,
by
hold
that
on, hold on,
rationale,
hold on.
then Sean McVay had the best defensive tackle in the league, and he
It
should get
doesn't
taken away for that.
matter. You have the
Like
best
That's not what I'm
defense.
saying. No, not at
you
all.
are.
Your coach is
How so?
your coach is involved in bringing in the other guys to come in with him. As far as the position and shit, the fucking offensive scheme, the defensive
Yep.
coordinators and shit like that, bro. Come on, bro.
Yep.
What are we talking about? That's not all on him. Like we all know, Kyle Shanahan ain't a defensive guy, but he brought in a defensive mind to transform the defense with the offense, and the defense has been better than the offense the past couple of
Whole
years,
point
bro.
to say, right, Otis, is when you
Yeah.
talk about scheme, right?
Yep.
Scheme isn't just made by one coach. It
Thank
might
you.
be what's the word? It might be influenced by one coach, right? But it's not made by one coach. So those things that you're talking about can't only be put on one person, right? And I can't even say winning a Super Bowl can only be put on one coach. No, but a lot of the two coaches ahead of him, we've
Mhm.
known have spearheaded
Oh,
directly on the
I'm not saying
offensive
he's the
side of the
best. I
ball.
think Andy Reid's number one.
Yeah.
There's
So
no doubt about that.
so what's your argument on the Kyle Shanahan stance? Then I'm confused.
We just went through this whole thing.
Yeah, why you bringing up? I'm
We
telling
just
understand.
Yeah, there's no
Why
point in
y'all?
arguing if you don't think he should be above any of the other guys. You get what I'm trying to say?
I just made that somebody said that Andy Reid should be first, and that Sean McVay should be second. And I'm saying I think Kyle Shanahan should be second. That's the
But
reason
he
we brought
shouldn't,
it up.
No,
because he
no,
ain't
no,
did
no,
enough.
no. So
Okay.
You
so
can't be over guys that been to the this
All
thing we
right.
gotta stop doing. We gotta
Go
stop
ahead.
acting like the mountaintop ain't important. Now we can do it with players, and I let y'all get away with it a little bit with quarterbacks sometimes, even though I don't agree. But we can't do it that the quarterback don't get credit for the wins and Super Bowls don't elevate them. But then we turn around and say the coach can't get elevated because Super Bowls. We can't have that. We can't do
wait,
that.
yeah,
Can't do that. No.
so is winning a Super Bowl more important or just going to a Super Bowl,
I think
Otis?
winning is more important.
Winning
It's
is
so
Right?
winning
hard to
will
win a
So
always
Super
be
Bowl,
more
bro.
important.
I
Sean
wouldn't even
McVay
have Kyle Shanahan in front of Sean Payton if we being for real. Let's
Sean
talk about it.
McVay has been to what, four NFC championships? and
I
he's been to
think
the
it's
Super.
3. I think it's
Oh,
3.
three. All right, 3 NFC championships, and he's been
No,
to
it's
2
4. You
Super.
right. You right. You correct. It's 4.
It is 4.
You're correct. It's
Okay,
4.
he's
Yeah,
been to
you're right.
4 NFC championships, and he's been to the Super Bowl twice, and he's
Been Super
won
Bowl
one of those
twice.
Super
Yes.
Bowls. And
Mhm.
Kyle Shanahan's been to the Super Bowl what 3 times, lost all of them, and has been to the NFC
First championship like 4
championship
times. Yeah.
4 times as
4
well.
times.
So,
Lost 1 time to Sean McVay.
so explain to me how he's better than somebody who's been there and won it, and he's only been there and lost, and they've been to the NFC Championship the same amount of times.
Because if you bring in lesser talent to that same spot and just losing to a team that got better talent on that other side and arguably a better coach, isn't that what
All right,
you?
so let me
When
ask you a
they played
question.
against the Chiefs, they actually had more All Pros on their team, and they were favored to win that game.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Yep.
So, do y'all think that Sean McVay gets carried more from his talent than him having a great scheme? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
No,
I haven't. Yeah, I mean, what?
I disagree.
Wow.
The only
Yeah.
Y'all know what this is about.
I think
This
that's
is
kind of fair.
I
no.
disagree. I think, bro, if you actually watch his scheme, I'm not saying you could put anybody there, but like let's put this in perspective, Otis, because you're saying like the whole like doing less with more thing, right? Puka Nacua got drafted in the 5th round. Nobody thought he was gonna be who the fuck he was, and nobody can even sit up here and say that, right? So
Right.
now that he's a great receiver,
hmm
how are we then saying, oh, he's got Puka Nacua, so he has great talent? Like he created him, right or wrong? Damn
Correct.
near. Exactly. So if he created Puka Nacua, that's still him doing less with more because that's a 5th round pick. Puka Nacua is only him because of Sean McVay.
Got it.
You get what I'm trying to say?
I
Same
do.
thing.
I do.
Same
Thank
thing.
I do get that.
Same
But are
thing
we
with
gonna
guys
not?
like.
Are we gonna ignore that the guy who was picked last in the league
No,
isn't
and
more of an
and I could
accomplishment?
respect that. I could respect that, but at the same time, is what I'm saying. Like you're bringing the whole like, oh, doing less with more, but at the same time, McVay's still kind of doing the same thing. He's picking guys in the 4th, 5th round and turning them into fucking household names. That's the
dude
same
took-
thing, even if they are that person right now, because he created them.
The dude took the last draft pick in the draft and had him in top 5 quarterback conversation, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, but let's not
Top
ignore the
5?
All Pros on the offensive
he's
line,
never been
the
in
All
top
Pros
5
at receiver,
quarterback
the
But
All
there's
Pros on
argument.
defense.
So first of all, there was
Talking
one.
about
There was
quarterback.
one All Pro on the
My bad,
offensive
top
line.
10,
One.
top 10. My bad, top 10.
Yeah, like there's Trent Williams over there. There's Christian McCaffrey over there. There was Debo. There was Brendan
Whoa,
Ayuk.
whoa, whoa! When we were with Jimmy Garoppolo, that wasn't the case, and you know
I
it.
know. I
You
know
still
that
had
they
George
still had a
Kittle.
good team. It's not
You
like
still had George Kittle, and you still
are
had
we
Juwan
George
Jenkins.
Kittle? Like, are we just waking up and acting like the 49ers haven't had one of the most loaded
See,
rosters?
I see what the problem is. It's just the
Like-
fact that it's a Rams team
Fred
in front of
Warner,
his team. That's all it is.
like
Dre
Fred Warner, and then
Greenlaw.
like, come on, man. They've had
That's all it
great
is, bro.
players over there, bro.
Wait, what they
It's
got
just
to
a little.
do?
It's just a little bit of in-division rivalry shit going on.
I'm just playing.
Well, no, I'm a
It's a
Cowboy
fallacy.
fan, bro.
It's a
I'm not
fallacy
a-
going on right now. Honestly.
He coached back then. I can't remember.
We'll make it a debate one day. We'll make it a debate.
It's nothing really to debate, bro.
It's
Kyle
not a
Shanahan
debate,
doesn't have an
bro.
argument to
Kyle
deal with
Shanahan.
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay.
Yeah, I can see. I get
Sean
the.
McVay-
He won the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl. And Kyle
Listen.
Shanahan didn't. So if you said
went to
that,
two.
Sean McVay went to the Super Bowl twice.
so did Kyle Shanahan. So that's
That's
Kyle
fair.
Shanahan went to 3
the only
Super Bowls.
difference
has
is
to
that
go
he-
to the guy that won it, bro. Why
That's
do we
what I
do this?
just said. I literally just said that. I literally just said
Let me
that.
say this.
And then
I
same
feel
with
like-
Sirianni. I'm dropping Kyle even further. I ain't done. He ain't over Sirianni neither.
Sirianni got carried by that entire team,
Hey,
and that's
man.
not. That is
Now
no
he got
bullshit.
carried. So it's carried when it's Sirianni, but it's
Kyle
not carried when
Shanahan
it's
over
Kyle.
Sirianni is crazy.
Because you know why? He doesn't fucking coach, dude.
I mean, under
He doesn't
Sirianni.
coach.
So
And
he
if
just
you
shows
don't,
up.
if you don't,
I'm not gonna lie. All right.
There's a difference.
Now
if
he
you don't
don't
know that,
coach.
Hold on,
if
respectfully,
you
though,
don't know that,
respectfully,
dude,
Kyle Shanahan
if
is
you
a
don't
better
know
coach than
that,
fucking Sirianni.
He don't coach.
Because we already know Kyle
but-
Shanahan has an offensive mind. He has a certain skills. I mean,
Come on,
a certain,
Sirianni was an offensive mind as well.
a certain title.
no,
behind
it
his
wasn't.
name. Sirianni
It
Here's the
wasn't
other thing.
even the same.
Hold on. Listen,
Kyle
there's nothing I'm
Shanahan is a
tired of
better
y'all
coach than
doing. Y'all keep
Sirianni.
Bro,
giving Kyle
bro, bro,
Shanahan for
bro,
this
bro, bro,
offense.
bro, bro,
Well,
bro.
that's his
Bro,
daddy
bro,
offense.
where has Sirianni been the offensive
Then he
coordinator at?
said that's his
Where
dad
has
offense.
Sirianni
So
That
his
been a
dad's
defense
that's
offense was
his
coordinator
not the
at?
same.
daddy
His
offense.
dad offense was not the same, dude. Was not the
Hold on,
same.
hold on, hold
Yeah,
on, hold on,
It's
I
hold on,
know.
based
Otis.
on his
Hey, all
own
right.
zone offense, but it's not the same.
It was
Where
a
has
joke.
Sirianni
Y'all
been an
ain't seen
offensive
ATL.
coordinator or defensive coordinator at?
He was a Colts
The
coordinator.
Colts.
Trash.
What year? And for defense, offense, where was he?
The year
Offense
before he
Offense.
was the coach of the
20,
Eagles.
Okay,
2021,
2020.
2020.
so what has he done with the Colts or anything? Has he made a Super Bowl? Has he made a deep playoff run?
No,
What's
no,
going on?
All he did really
no.
was imply the
Okay, so
situation.
okay,
They
so
had a
okay, so everybody
they made the
can
playoffs.
attest and agree that offensive coordinators are the main ones that get head coaching jobs, right? For the simple fact that they run the offense and all that shit like that, and they have the success, and they
Right.
become the top candidates for head coaching jobs, right? Now,
Hmm.
Kyle Shanahan, we already knew him as an offensive minded guru, right?
Yes.
True.
Right?
True.
Okay, is Nick Sirianni in that same conversation as
No, he
far as
is
Hell
not.
him
no.
being an
No.
offensive coordinator?
No, he
No,
is not.
heck no.
No. Okay
No,
then.
no,
So
he's not.
that's
But
No,
that's
he's
the
not.
but
but you
that's
know
the
what
point.
he is better.
But
You
that's
know what
the
he
but
is
that's the
better at
point.
though. He's better
That's
at
What?
the point.
situational. He's
But
better at
but
situational
no.
football.
Yeah, he's
He's
better at
better at
situational
that.
football. But that's the point. He hasn't been known as anything a mastermind behind anything,
You don't
bro.
have to be a mastermind. That's the problem. That's the problem. Y'all
You're
keep talking
right.
about these dudes who are
Bro,
masterminds and they
dog,
super
this
geniuses.
man,
Just because you're looked at as
this
this
man,
boy
Kyle
Chess,
wonder
Shanahan,
genius,
fucking
go
Chess.
turned
ahead.
Matt Ryan into a 4,800 yard passer.
Just hold on, Chess.
That's great. But when you're a
Chess, hold on.
coach, a head coach, your job is to win football games and
Hold on, Chess.
understand situational
Chess, hold
football.
on.
That is more
So,
important than being this super, oh, I'm this
Facts.
boy
No,
wonder genius and I'm
I
coming
get
up.
that. I
No,
so,
it's
get that.
so
We
not.
hold
agree
on,
on
hold
that.
on,
But I'm
What's
hold
the
talking
on.
about far as
results?
like, far as like,
Right?
what has
Right?
Sirianni been known for?
Hold
Nothing.
on, Chess.
He's been
Let
known
me
for
What up?
being
answer.
What up,
dominant
Blunt?
in the
Go ahead,
playoffs,
Blunt. Go
which
ahead,
he's
Blunt.
been.
Go ahead, Blunt.
So,
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Blunt.
so my question now is, right? So you're basically saying what he does is manage his coaching staff. So as a manager of his coaching staff, and he doesn't directly add anything to the side of the ball,
No.
or maybe
That's not true.
not enough. Like for me, it's not enough compared to a lot of guys on this list, right? Like Sean
Exactly. That's I
McVay,
said that.
We know Sean McVay's scheme, we know Andy Reid's scheme, we know Kyle Shanahan's scheme, we know Mike
Hmm.
McDonald's scheme, right? What
Okay.
is Nick Sirianni's scheme?
He doesn't have a direct scheme, but what he does do, and
Exactly.
He
hold on,
doesn't
So
hold on.
have a
I can,
scheme. He's a John
hold on, right?
well,
Harbaugh.
damn,
Hold
I
on, right?
cannot respond or no.
Nah. Hold on, right? That's
No.
all I want. I just wanted like if he had a scheme or not,
You
right?
can't tell me how much I can respond. What type of
But
shit is
hold
that?
on, let me finish and then you could go, right?
Well,
So
finish and then let me go. Then
with
don't
that
cut me
being
off. The
with
fuck.
that being said, right? How does he get more credit than guys that we know are directly affecting the way their side of the ball plays the game on a down to down basis compared to somebody that needs, let's say, because Kellen Moore and Shane Steichen are great offensive minds, right? They're great
Yes.
offensive minds. So tell me how we're gonna give him more of the benefit than guys that actually do it themselves when he needs basically his predecessors to help him create such schemes and stuff like that.
I ain't gonna lie, Chess.
You
Even
done?
though
You
it's fucked
done?
up, that winning
Yeah,
loss
go
Because
ahead.
record.
Wait. You said what?
I'll
I ain't
tell
gonna lie. Chess,
tell
what?
you.
So
I'll
why
tell you
Dan
how.
Campbell on this list then?
I'll tell you how. Because regardless of
I mean, because he turned the lines around.
before he ever got Kellen Moore,
He
guess
gonna
where he
call
was?
plays.
He was in the bowl. Before and then after when he got Kellen Moore, he went to a bowl. Regardless of who comes in, the consummate things changing around him, the Eagles are successful. They get to the playoffs by hella high water, however it got to shape out. And in situational football and understanding managing the team on a consistent basis, that's more important than you. Oh, I'm so involved with the offense that's not getting it done. And then when you
But
get to
it's
when
the
you get to
Eagles.
the higher point, you're not getting it done. And if you want to
Okay,
talk
but
It's the
about
Eagles. They have high
all right.
standards.
So if
So
that's
when
the
you hold on, I ain't god
if,
damn it. And when he go to the playoffs, he set an all-time record for points scored in the playoffs. So this boy genius dude should be able to match that, but he can't.
bro, but the Eagles, they're the Eagles though. They
That's
have high
not that
standards. So
doesn't make sense.
for example, 2023 or last season are failures in the eyes of the grand scheme of things for our Eagles fans because they're spoiled.
Let me ask you a
So
question, or my fault, Don. Go ahead. I didn't mean to
no,
cut
you
you
good.
off. But
No, it's all good. You could go.
my question is, right? Because then you say he sets a record for like point score, which understand how that even correlates to this. But let me ask you a question: how many turnovers did they have in that game?
In what game?
In that Super Bowl matchup?
Which one? What Super Bowl? Which one?
He's
Yeah,
talking
which
about the one they scored the highest points. So you must know.
I said they scored the most amount of points in a playoff run in NFL history.
You talking about when they blew the Chiefs out?
Well, how many turnovers did their defense create in that playoff run?
4.
I think maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
It was 4.
Zach Vaughn had a turnover every playoff game.
Okay, so what they started in the division, all right?
Yeah.
So you're damn near creating at least one turnover a game. Does that not equate to the offense getting points?
Still got to put the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So how
The defense scored one touchdown in that run, by the way.
So explain to me
But
how
it doesn't matter if you turn the ball over, you're putting the offense back with the ball.
So
He gets credit. You understand? He gets credit for both, right?
Wait, hold on.
He gets credit for the offense and the defense. He's the head coach. He gets credit for both. So I don't know.
See,
I don't know what you're trying to do.
that's where you're wrong, bro. You do.
That's
not
where
get
I'm
credit,
wrong.
That you do not get credit for a side of the ball that you don't have any hands in at all.
He's the head coach. He has his hands in everything.
He doesn't have his hands in anything,
bro. That
He
doesn't
has
make
his hands
any
in
sense.
everything. He's the head coach. What are you talking about, bro?
No.
Bro, that doesn't make any sense.
And also
Yes, it does.
Fangio.
Have y'all
that Kellen Moore
Let me
said,
ask you a question.
That's Fangio
Let
mind.
me ask you a
That's not
question.
his
So
mind.
He don't
if
got nothing to do with that.
McDonald, if Jim Harbaugh,
No, he
Mike
doesn't.
McDonald go
Y'all
to
are
the
wrong.
Super Bowl this year and they score all these points on offense in their Super Bowl run, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, Jim Harbaugh has something to do with that. No,
Yes,
I'm
he
not.
does. He
No, I'm
does,
not.
though.
Because
Whether you
Jim
say it or
Harbaugh
not, he
doesn't
does.
touch the offense at all. Mike
How do you
McDonald
know
does.
that? Are you in the building?
Bro, he's a defensive coach. What are you talking about?
Bro, if you think, hold on, if you think Bill Belichick had nothing to do with that offense, you are a damn fool.
We're talking about
A
Jim
damn
Harbaugh.
fool.
We
We're
talking
not
about
talking
Jim
about
Harbaugh,
Bill
bro.
Belichick is
Belichick,
a
bro.
defensive guy, is he
Really,
not?
We
on
talking
Nick
about Sirianni
Sirianni,
and Jim Harbaugh and fucking
So-
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, that's what.
Brother,
That's what
so
I'm
no,
talking
this
about.
is,
Bill
oh my
Belichick.
God. Oh my God. So you're saying a guy who's louded that because he's offensive coach. Sirianni came as an offensive coach. Now you're saying he gets no credit for what goes on defense. I gave you a guy who's the greatest defensive mind ever. If you think he had nothing to do with those offenses the
Bro,
entirety of the time when he
obviously
was at the Patriots, you
every
are
head coach is
wrong.
in a
All
scheme,
right.
is a
Like,
part of the scheme, right? Of
but
course,
what's
he's
the
not just
scheme?
gonna
What's
sit
the scheme
out.
the Eagles run? What scheme is that?
You can't even tell me.
I'm
What the
asking
fuck?
you.
but he asked
They
you.
have a different scheme damn near every year because they have a different
Exactly.
OC.
So the constant is Sirianni. He's the constant. So
"Oh
rather
my
you
God,
have
dude,
this
you
guy
are
that
you
hold
are
on.
completely oblivious
Wait, hold on.
to what
oblivious
you're
to
saying."
what,
All right.
nigga?
Hold on.
Oblivious to what?
So if the constant was the same, how come the scheme doesn't stay the same then? That's my question.
The scheme doesn't have to be the scheme does not have to be the same. He's the head
No,
coach.
it does.
He's the overseer.
So
He doesn't
if
have to
Sean
run the same
McVay,
system.
if
The
Sean
fact
McVay,
the
right,
job is to have the
had a
success.
different
It's not to
OC
run a
every
consistent
year,
system and all this shit. Like I don't know why you keep
if
trying to give out this
Sean
extra credit for running a
McVay
consistent
had a
system because that
different
doesn't matter
OC
if you're not
every
winning.
year, would
That shit don't
he?
mean nothing.
If Sean
Hold
McVay had a
on.
different
All
OC
right.
every year, would the scheme change? Would the offense digress on a certain side of the ball because of it?
There's one thing the offense do consist of throughout the years is a heavy pistol formation and inside zone run. That's
Yeah.
one thing that's been constant about the Eagles
Mhm.
under Nick
My
Sirianni.
thing,
And
yeah,
Nick
my thing
Sirianni
with it
has
is,
affected
I'm not,
games and
I'm
plays,
not
bro.
diluting
Like
what he's
the Dagger
accomplished
play
with
was
that.
literally his call.
Yeah,
Like, y'all
my
can go
bad,
ahead.
baby dad. I just don't like the whole thing where you're trying to give somebody extra credit because they're calling the offense and they're doing less. Like, yeah, cool, you're calling the offense, but you're not doing as much as me. So who gives a fuck? Like, you're not.
How does that make sense?
All right. Let me give it. Let me give my Eagles take. That's not delusional because I think Nick top 10, but I think he bullshit a little bit. He giving too much credit to Nick.
Like, no one says he should be one or top. I'm probably even putting top five, but
Like
I think he
like
deserves
I
to
like
be.
I, like my top he got to be at least somewhere in the bottom half because right I'm looking at the list
The
right.
bottom.
We have Matt LaFleur. Come on now, Dan
Matt
Campbell.
LaFleur is better. Matt LaFleur
No,
What the
good.
fuck has Dan Campbell? What does he do? What
Matt
does Dan Campbell do?
LaFleur. Dan
Dan
Campbell.
Campbell.
I
Dan
mean, Dan
named
Campbell turned around the
5.
Lions.
Like, what are we doing?
And you can say Nick Sirianni turn around the Eagles.
He exactly. That's the point I'm saying, bro. Like,
Bro, the Eagles,
you get my frustration now. Like,
but the
they want to
Eagles,
do all this.
Dan Campbell
hold on.
fucks
Weird,
up the
bro.
whole list.
But hold on, you act like you act like you act like the Eagles didn't win a Super Bowl without Sirianni anyway.
That was
That was
fucking
3
5
years
years
before.
prior.
It don't matter. They still won
They
a
said
Super
it
Bowl.
don't matter. What?
That's not the same
It's a
team.
whole think about it, a whole new coaching staff, a whole new quarterback,
Yeah, excuse me. That's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. Excuse me.
All right. Essentially, what I'm saying is, out this top 10, you got to put Nick in the top 10 at least because he's the only one with the Super Bowl outside of Andy and Sean. That's off rep. I'm not saying he got to be, well, and Mike, but he ain't got to be five. But like Dan Campbell messes the whole list up because he does the same thing Nick Sirianni does, but Nick has a Super Bowl. With that being said, Matt LaFleur, nothing. D'Amico, he coaches his side and he coaches his side well. Sean, we know what he can do. Mike Vrabel,
You
it's
got
like you can say the Pats got a weak schedule. If we been honest, the Pats weak. Jim, same thing as Nick. He don't do nothing but ass pat and handshakes. On top, but on the side of Nick, like he does not call plays. That's the biggest flaw on him as the Eagles' offensive coach and should be offensive coordinator. He does not touch the defense. He cannot touch the defense because Vic Fangio, we already know he's well proven through the NFL. He does what he does. Nick ain't got no parts of that because I know Vic Fangio isn't listening to Nick because he has way more experience than Nick at defense. So he has to be top 10 just off of what he's done and the people on the list, but it's just he has to be somewhere in that top 10. Just that simple. Off that. That's it.
All right, so you say that Nick Sirianni does the same thing as Dan Campbell, right? But
Yes.
let me ask you a question. Can you give me three players that Nick Sirianni has directly developed himself as a coach?
Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and AJ Brown.
Wrong, and definitely wrong.
Tell me how that's
So,
AJ
What does he
Brown was
give?
already a star.
Dan Campbell as a coach, like directly develops defensive players like
Okay.
Branch, like Joseph, like Hutchinson. You know what I mean? Like he's like those guys have like gave him credit for directly being developed by him. None of those guys you just named have ever came out and said, "Yeah, Nick Sirianni has helped me become a better player." Like that.
Okay, hold
Like
on.
you got.
Tell
Hold
me,
on,
It's
hold on.
not
Let me
even
finish. Right.
true. It's not true.
wait,
That
hold
is
on. Let
definitely
me
true,
go.
bro. But
I'm
anyway,
gonna put it on the screen. Don't worry about it.
but what's it called? And then I don't really. And then you're saying the Jim Harbaugh thing. Can you name me coaches that Nick Sirianni has directly hired, like that the GM allowed, like that the GM did not hire?
I mean, once again, what does hiring somebody has to do with being like a head
Cause
coach?
all
Like
right,
what?
so
And also, Also, you have to understand teams are ran different. Like, for example, the Cowboys are a GM ran team. The Eagles have always been a GM ran team.
Well, Nick Sirianni was the one who
And also,
decided to hire Kevin Patullo, was he not?
yeah,
Yep.
hold on.
Yep.
Also,
Okay then.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Right.
hold on, let me get this off real quick. The Eagles are a GM ran team, correct? We can all agree with that, right?
okay.
But
The
But
only
my
time
whole
they
point
weren't a GM ran team when the person sitting at number 2 was there, correct?
wait, say that again?
The only time the Eagles have not been a GM ran team is when Andy Reid was there, right?
Yes.
And like some teams are ran different. Like for example, I'm gonna use the Chiefs. The Chiefs are ran by who?
the front office.
No, Andy. They're ran by Andy. Trust.
I
All right.
mean,
Well, you can say
Right.
that, but
Brett
Andy
was.
runs that team. With that being said, like GMs run some teams and head
wait,
coaches run some
but
teams.
if he runs his team, then how does he get
We
So
yo?
don't. So yeah, that don't even make sense. And on top of that, there have been years where Andy Reid came out himself and said Eric Bieniemy was calling the plays, and we don't knock Andy Reid for that. Andy Reid has come out.
I mean, let me ask you a question, Ra.
but
He was the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Let me rephrase that. Then. Let me rephrase that. Okay, he don't fully run the team. I don't think. I think the only team like that is truly the Cowboys. Yeah, I think the only team
Exactly.
that does that is the Cowboys. Okay, well, yeah. Let me rephrase that. My bad. Andy Reid has a heavy sway on, like, essentially the GM has his choice, but also it's like he's gonna ask Andy, like, Andy, you think this is a good choice? Da da da.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
That's an opinion.
for input, for input.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Sage. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
but
let's.
All
basically
right, can
what
I speak? All right,
bas-
listen. Can we all agree that the Eagles' offense was very mid this year? Can we agree
yes,
on that?
yes.
For
Okay.
sure.
Yes, the play calling
Okay.
was terrible.
This is the testament of the lack of skills of Sirianni. He was not able to step in and reel that offense in and make the best out of that offense.
He
That
doesn't know
shows that
play calling.
he does not have an offensive mind. It was very mid, it was very basic, it was very predictable. So if he had such a great offensive mind, he could come in and change things. And he did not. It went on like that for the whole season. Where you line Saquon up and they're going to put all these men in the box. And of course Saquon is going to he didn't have a lot of yards this season because there was no creativity to the offense. Sirianni didn't even contribute to help the offense become creative.
Mm.
Sirianni is not he's top 10 because he won. He's definitely not a top 5. He doesn't have a creative mind at all. This season was a testament of it.
That
Hold on.
no, That's
Where
fair. That's
where
That's
where
And
a
do
good
you
fact.
have
and when
that's
I
where
fair
this
to
asked
say.
hold on, where is this coaching rule book that you have to be this whiz kid and create all this shit? Your job as a head
Whoa.
What?
coach is to
Whoa,
Hold
win
on,
All
hold
right,
on,
so
hold
I'll
on.
say
whoa.
this.
You trying to
Raw,
say
That
let
is
me
your
just say
job.
this.
what?
Raw,
It's not to
Raw,
be
let
You
me
just
just
say
sit
say
there
this.
that?
creative. I don't know
Let me say
what.
this, Raw, let me
You
say
just
this.
said as a
Okay, so
hold
hold
up. You
on one
just
second.
said
Hold on
that.
one second. Hold on
Go
one
ahead.
second. So if your offense is struggling and you're the offensive coach, you coached offense before.
Hmm?
You should be able to help your team on the offensive side of the ball at minimum.
Exactly.
my
Correct.
point,
I don't
He
disagree with
right?
that,
doesn't have
Chess.
to be a genius. He just has to
He
help his
did.
team.
Yeah, and when
I
I
do.
ask
Do I?
That's what I'm saying.
and when
He
I
didn't
ask
help
these
them at all.
questions,
It stayed bland the whole year.
Hmm.
yeah,
The whole year it stayed as a very bland offense.
and when I ask
Yes.
these questions, right, I just want to like get y'all to understand that
Yeah.
all these coaches are directly affecting their team, and we can see that when they're either play calling, developing, all those type of those things. When we
Hmm.
talk about Nick Sirianni, there's
Yeah.
nothing that he directly does, at least to me, that makes me feel as if they are that he is just this great, well-renowned coach, and he's
Oh,
affecting his
agreed.
team positively. Exactly.
So
That's
let
my
me
point.
We
respond to that.
keep
Because so why
we
are you
keep
I
talking
down
about
Dan Campbell
hypotheticals, but
though?
what
That's
has
what
he
I don't
actually?
understand.
We got to talk about the
We've
facts.
only we've only talked about one hypothetical, and he just
You
brought it
said
up.
you can almost throw another coach in there, but we're if he's I'm saying, but if he's holding the fort together and all these pieces around keep changing, the offensive line has changed a lot, the fucking coordinators are changing, the coordinators are changing, the running backs are changing, the personnel is changing, but the success is staying. They're winning and going to the playoffs every year by hella high water. He
Well,
has to get hold
let's
on. Go ahead. And Mike Tomlin got a lot of credit for that, right?
It's not good credit. That's why he's about it then.
okay,
Hold
let me
on.
say this. Before they played San Fran,
Yeah, that's
let me say
miserable.
this. All right, let me say this.
Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have,
Let me
JP.
say this. Before they played San Fran,
Nah,
let
for
me say
sure, for
this. Let
sure.
me speak. Before they played San Fran, they had enough time to add wrinkles to that offense. It
Huh?
looked exactly the same. Actually, it looked horrible
It was
against
already
San
over,
Fran.
man.
What does
I
that
ain't gonna
say
say it
to
looked
you as a
horrible. They
head
were just
coach?
dropping the ball
They were dropping
like
the
that.
ball.
They
They were
wasn't just
dropping the ball.
dropping
Nah,
it.
it
It,
wasn't
No,
it
that.
was a
It's
very
not
no,
like
They
that.
were
bland
no.
solid in
game.
the game.
All
Don't
It
right,
take
let
was
me
just
ask you
it was a very bland game. They dropped one ball,
to
one
piggyback
And
real
dropped
No,
quick
it was
on
like
five
that.
he
seven
didn't
passes.
drops in
drop.
that game. That's not true.
He
Okay,
dropped
okay.
like 4 or 5.
AJ had three
AJ
drops in that
AJ
himself
game.
Brown
dropped 4 or
dropped
5.
three.
Saquon dropped a
Devontae
few
dropped one.
himself
Goddard
too.
dropped one.
No,
That's
Saquon
five.
dropped balls too.
I mean,
That's a
yeah,
lot.
Saquon
That's a
dropped.
lot of drops in one
There's a
game.
lot of drops, bro. That's not
Right.
the
But
offense. The offense
the
was
play
actually
how many
moving.
times
calling,
did they throw to that running back
Okay, they
when
had
it came down to
drops.
second, third, and fourth quarter? When it
It's not
They
came
the
down
had
to
coach's
third and
drops.
fourth
fault.
quarter,
That's
how
what the
many
coach to
times did
do.
they throw? Because there was no creativity to the offense.
none of
Let
the
Let's
me
play
keep
ask
it
you
Creativity
calling
this
to
didn't
be
though.
help.
holding on to
Let
the
me ask you
ball.
this.
Everything was
Even if they
inconsistent on the
The
drop
offensive
balls,
fuck?
end.
they're playing against guys who are fourth and fifth stringers, dude. They were
My thing
playing
is,
against guys who were fourth and fifth stringers.
yeah, he was dialing stuff up. The players weren't executing. What do you want him to do? He can't come catch
No,
it for him.
that
Hold
Play
was
on, hold
calling
on,
was
the
hold
trash.
on,
offense
hold
was
on.
Play
very,
calling
very
was
You have to
trash.
bad,
watch the
bro.
whole
I will
game
not
then.
stand
I
on
Yeah,
that.
did. I
you got to
watched the
watch
whole
that
game.
game.
They had
You got to
seven
I will
watch.
not
drops.
No, you
stand
got
on
to
The
that.
go
whole
back
game
and
they
watch
didn't
that
look good.
game.
It didn't
Play
matter how
calling was
many drops they
miserable.
had.
They were
I was
moving the ball,
there.
They
and
were moving the ball.
they were moving the ball. What are you talking about? They were in the red zone for the game winner. They just didn't get it done. What are you talking about?
All right.
Penalties and drops killed that whole game in the play calling.
Exactly. That wasn't Nick Sirianni's fault.
That
Nick
was
had
the
The
nothing to do
fuck?
one
with it because
game
Nick
I will
couldn't
not
control the
blame
water.
on Kevin Patullo on the coaching. That was more
Okay,
on
so let me
That
ask
was
you a
on the
question.
Man,
players.
the bottom line is Nick
Let me ask you
Sirianni
a question.
hired Patulo. That's
Yes,
what
he
the bottom
did.
line is.
He did.
Yeah, no,
That's what I'm
I don't.
saying.
And the offense looked
This the
mid
weird
the
thing that
whole
y'all do though.
season.
Y'all don't want to give him credit for hiring the good OCs, but give him all the blame for
Didn't
hiring the bad
hire
ones.
the
That's
good
He
bullshit.
didn't
OCs.
He didn't
hire
hire
him.
the good
That's
OCs.
That's
He
his
did hire
job.
Kellen Moore. Yes, he did.
Hold
No, he
on, time
didn't.
out, time out. I got this. I
The
got this on
GM
the
did.
Oh
I
Lord,
got
have
this. I got
mercy.
The GM did.
So the
Did
GM didn't hire the Patulo.
No, they
No,
let him have it. They let him.
Yes.
Look.
Oh,
That's
good
a
God
GM
no,
Almighty!
that was
decision, though.
Sirianni's.
All right.
Bro,
That
these
was
are
Hey,
things you
it's
Sirianni's.
not
could
even
look up.
Kevin
I
Y'all
don't
O'Connell
can't.
That was
from
understand this,
Sirianni's
Y'all
man.
be
co-sign.
picking and choosing, boy.
That's what I'm saying. They picking and
Bro,
choosing. You
what
Hold
do
can't
you
be
on.
mean?
fickle
I'm
with
That
your
was
argument.
Sirianni's
You
co-sign.
can't get. Hold on, let me speak. You can't give
sorry.
credit in one way and then not give them the blame in the other way, and vice versa.
How
You can't
so?
be fickle like that, bro. You either
Bro, we
blame the
just
GM for hiring and not hiring, or you get a coach blamed for hiring and not
No,
hiring. Like
we
Sirianni
just
you
gave
can't be
we
Patulo
fickle.
the
just
All
check.
told
right.
you
Hold on. Let me
told
get
you
this. Let me get this. I got it. I got
that
it. I got it.
he
I got it.
hired Kellen Moore. The GM hired Kellen Moore, right? You can go look this up. This is not something that you
Yes.
need to hear from us,
How we
right?
signed Kellen
He
Moore?
was given powers to then hire Kevin Patullo, so he did so, and we see how it turned out. Then Otis
Exactly.
just said, right? He had he had multiple opportunities to step in as the offensive mind. Even if you're not this
I
great
hear that.
scheme guy, you had multiple opportunities to step in as the offensive mind, right? And take over the play calling and allow your offense to maybe
I
then
think,
thrive
yeah,
under you. But you did
agreed.
not do so, or you did so and it did not change shit. You get what I'm trying
Think
to say?
about this in
I
the
did
year
say that.
before
I said that.
when they started 4-4 or whatever it
For
is,
one.
they almost lost to the Browns, right? That week 4 game, they were 2-2 or 3-1, one or the other. Anyway,
Yeah.
Two
the
and two
offensive
after the
line
Bucks
coach
game.
and the offensive line went to Nick Sirianni and said, "We have to run the fucking ball." So the year that happened, Sirianni wasn't correcting anything,
Nothing at all.
Exactly.
Nothing at
Okay.
all.
But this is the thing,
and
though. You also
that's
have
a
to listen
real
to.
that's a I know that for a fact that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
You
we.
also have to
I'm
listen.
feeling.
You
We know
even
that
have to
for a
listen
fact.
to your players, though. That's true as well. Like a lot of coaches, they get in the way of their players and be fucking strong headed and be like, "Oh, we're gonna run it my way or the highway" type of shit, and it goes to shit. But sometimes you have to step back and say, "Hey, my guys say they want to do this. Fuck it, I'm gonna listen to my guys," and it worked. Like that's a credit to being a coach as well. It's not always about having your hand on the throats of the whole team and saying, "No, we're gonna do this my way all the time."
No, but
It's about having the relationship to
but
know how to do
but
both.
Rob, the struggle happened many games. That's what I'm saying.
You missed the
This went
point that
four
he was trying to
games.
say that he didn't have no input really
He
on
didn't.
the
Yeah.
offensive
How
chain.
we trusted him bringing KP from Indianapolis Colts in his path, and he knew not to do that ever again.
I'm gonna trust Nick Sirianni. We can say what we want. We
I'm good
cannot
on
like
that.
him. We cannot like him. We can criticize him. We can say he makes bad choices here or there. But the guy knows how to manage. The guy knows how to win. He knows how to get it done, and that is something you give him credit to. We can't do
Okay.
this thing like these super genius guys, like the
Wait,
Dan Campbells allegedly, and this
No, what we're
what's
taking
buddy
away
No,
is the
name?
fact
nobody
that
thought
he's
Dan
I give him
Campbell
that
Not
was trying
not
to
credit.
get
He
not
it
that
knows
done.
how
not
to
Dan
manage.
Campbell. What's buddy name? Ben Johnson. My bad. Ben Johnson. Oh, the Superboy genius, all that bullshit. But then he
Ben
don't.
Johnson
But
got
he ain't
good.
got it done yet though. But he was up 17 points against the 49ers and shit the bed, and he don't get no critique for that.
No,
Where was the
Taylor
management
Williams shit
there?
the bed.
Dan
Taylor
Campbell didn't
Williams shit the
fucking call
fucking
the
bed.
plays to go for it.
The fuck?
wait. When did they get Vic Fangio?
Big fan Joe. What you
Uh,
mean?
Two seasons ago.
2020,
2022,
2023.
2022.
No, 2023.
2022.
Was it
No, it's
23?
it was 3.
23.
He
Okay.
came in at the end of 2023.
Okay.
20,000.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
know he ain't had no input on the defensive side of the ball.
Well,
That was
most
already
Yeah.
definitely
known.
not. Most
We
definitely
know
not.
that. We know that. But to me, he didn't
That's
have
my
much.
point
He
with
didn't much
Kyle Shanahan is
input on the
I
right.
never gave him credit for that.
He's a good manager, dude. That's what we're gonna give him credit for. A good manager.
He's a great CEO coach, man. He's a great
He
CEO
has
coach.
very. He gets a C minus as an offensive coach.
Okay, how I look. Hold on. How I look at it is like you can't put him outside the top 10, quite frankly. But like he is like I mean, I'll say he does not do anything well. His biggest thing is he's in there by awards alone because, like
Bro,
for example, Dan
man,
Campbell does what he does, but like
what
old
do
boy
y'all think the
said,
head coach does all week? I want to
hold
know
on,
that.
hold on, I got you. Hold on.
Operation.
It's like when you say he manages the team. I have not like your star players don't respect you. We can say that.
It's one guy. It's AJ
Wait,
Brown. What about the rest of
what?
the guys?
You
It's one
can't say
guy.
that,
AJ
bro.
Brown does not respect him. Jalen
That's
You
does
can't
not
one
say
guy.
that.
respect
He
him.
didn't.
Jalen Carter doesn't respect
You
him.
know who
You
else
can't
AJ
say
Brown
that.
didn't respect? The same guy he's going to play for right now, Mike Vrabel. That's why he got out of
And
Tennessee.
Vic Fangio got hired in 2024.
Like, bro, I hate when y'all do that. Oh,
All right,
the
that's
motherfucking
not
numbers.
true,
Listen, it's
bro.
one
Yeah.
dude.
He
That's not
technically
true,
became the
Ari.
DC in
You
2024.
just face it.
He
Just
came
stop.
on
Just stop then.
like an
Just stop
assistant
then
or
because you
a
want
voice
to.
in 2023, but he was officially hired in 2024 as the DC. And
AJ Brown
what
was
you just
crying
said
about the
again,
same shit when he played
but
for Mike
again, Nick
Vrabel.
Sirianni, he done instilled the culture. If you look at from the Eagles culture from Andy Reid to Chip Kelly to Doug Peterson, it has looked very different with all four. Your head coach is what's going to instill the culture. Nick Sirianni has done a great job at keeping us at high level competition within the group and keeping people in check for the most part. Because I feel like Jalen Carter would have been probably arrested on another team. That's how you feel that way.
Talk about it.
Like for real,
I don't think
Nick
that.
Talk
Sirianni
about
has
it.
talked to
I
that
think
boy
that. I
and really
think
keep
that
him level headed.
Howie and what's his name?
You
But
know
all
what?
right,
Y'all done
That's
convinced
two
me. Fuck it.
pluses.
Nick trash. Let's move Mike Vrabel
I
up.
ain't even
Fuck
hear
it.
you
No,
say
no, no,
that.
Fuck
no,
it.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
remember.
no.
Y'all remember when
Listen,
Jalen
listen,
Carter
listen,
told
listen.
Nick should have answered?
Listen.
Come on, man.
You know when people say to listen and not just to answer. Now we
Yep.
got two checks from him. He's a great manager, and he created a great culture. So that's two
Yep.
pluses on his side. But
Yep.
he has lack of offensive skills. So we're giving him credit for two things. He has a lot of minuses in other things. Now you said head coach, he's manager. He's a manager. He's a good manager.
And it
But when
was
it came down to
2024. Okay.
But yeah.
what do you mean it was 2024?
No. I was gonna go ahead. I was gonna follow up with something else. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead,
thought you were
follow
done.
up.
Oh, so he was at the Dolphins in 2023. He couldn't have been at
Right.
the Eagles in 2023. It's
Now again, they
2024.
called because we at the end of 2023 when the defense completely collapsed, they called on so many different like defensive like gurus, and we called him like not what the fuck dude name Matt Patricia. And I could have
Yeah.
sworn they also like started talking to Vic Fangio at that time. Again, but he wasn't officially hired at that time.
Yeah, that was the case because they had old boy when had Matt Patricia. He was writing the pencil on the clear sheet paper, plastic
Yeah,
paper, and
right.
by that
Well,
time
he took
Miami,
over for the other shitty defensive coordinator
yeah,
they hired.
yeah, and Jalen Ramsey and Javon Holland, they wanted nothing to do with Vic Fangio around that time, and Vic was
Right.
he already knew he was going back home to be closer to his house in Philadelphia.
But yeah, and they started talking to him in 2023.
In a room full of 100 men, people aren't gonna get along, bro. You know how many people had problems with Bill Belichick, but it worked. Fuck all the we don't like him. Oh, I don't like how he did this. I don't like how he did that. A lot of
And
great
that's
players
another
talking
thing.
back to back.
Vic
Talking back
Fangio told
to
I
Javon
ain't mean to
Holland he couldn't
interrupt.
play good in man coverage.
What's
Took
y'all
a
gotta
chance.
stop believing this media that him and Jalen Hurts are beefing with each other. That is a lie.
No, that's definitely
I
cap.
didn't
That's
say
definitely
I
cap.
didn't say they're beefing. I said they just don't fuck with bro. I didn't say they
It-
hate
But
bro.
how
it's
do I
not.
don't
It's not his date. Is this a fucking a frat house or a football team? We don't gotta like each other.
but what are you
Yeah.
getting
We
that
grown
from
ass
though? Like
men.
what proof do you have of that?
Like I don't give a fuck if they hate each other. So what? They win together. Who cares?
But they don't like. That's the thing. I hear you with that, but you would want your offensive,
I'm still
the
waiting to
person
hear it
calling
though.
the plays to be,
Oh,
good with
people. I'm a
their
Patriots fan,
quarterback.
bro. They said
No,
that
dude.
Bill and Tom didn't get along. Who cares?
Okay, that's the difference.
Who
Bill
But Pop,
calls
where
a
are
cares?
you getting
defense.
it from? That's what I'm saying. Where are you getting this information from?
Bill calls a defense.
Like,
If you
again, he
think
won't answer
that
the
Bill
question.
Belichick
Like, who
don't
told
interact
you
with,
that they don't get along and hate each other? Like, what the
like,
You
fuck?
can
bro,
see it.
this is my
They
thing.
say you can see it. Okay, that
Tom
makes no
Brady
sense.
and Bill Belichick, bro. If you
Bro,
think they whether they hate each other, whatever, who cares? Let's say they never liked each other. They never went to dinner, whatever. They fuck them. They don't like each other. They won. Who cares? I'm not here to be their fucking therapist and be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
let's make sure you guys are getting along here. Do you fucking win? The job is to win. That's the job. It's
that's a
not to
fact.
look pretty. It's not to be at each other's weddings and all this other shit. It's to win football games. And rather you like Nick, you want to give him as much credit for what he does for it. That's a perspective thing. I don't know if y'all know what he does on the building on a day-to-day basis, but he gets it done. And that's
Yeah.
important.
Hold on. With
Dog,
that being
he
said,
didn't get much done last season.
Y'all
hold
should
on.
really watch like behind the scenes shit and listen to Mike Up. You'll get a lot better perspective on the Eagles and their team.
That's a fact.
Because a
Now,
lot of narratives, like if y'all actually watch and listen to that stuff, you will see is just not true. Like even like Jalen Hurts, like nonchalantness. A lot of people they was like media trying to take it wrong. Jalen Hurts is a very great leader, and if you listen to like Mike Up and the way he talked to his team, from offense and defensive standpoint.
Jalen Hurts live on that sideline is very vocal. That's a vocal man.
Exactly. But when you're watching the games, he just sitting there with blank face. You know what I mean? But when you actually look at the behind the scenes shit, he going up to everybody and tell you know what I mean, put it in their ear.
Oh, I mean, okay. Anyways, if you watch behind the stuff, like when they're on camera, of course they're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, I fuck with Nick." They're not about to be like, "Yeah, I don't fuck with bro," because
Dog, it's
people
throughout the
listen.
entire game. I watched it like one example. I think the Rams game was. I preached this past Rams game because it gave you behind the scenes so much
Oh,
on what
yeah,
you see
that
on
was
the
a good
TV and
one.
through the media compared
That
to
was a
what
good one.
actually going on. Because a lot of people say Jalen Hurts don't do X, Y, and Z, and then what you saw in that game is the complete opposite behind the scenes and what
Jalen
you
Hurts
actually
came
see,
out
what
after
actually went down.
halftime, controlled the offense. After the touchdown to Dallas Goedert, he went down to the sideline, took his helmet off, walked up right to KP, had a long talk with this man, and KP was just nodding his head like, "You're right, you're right, you're right." It is right because you just got hired by your friend, and you don't know how to fucking call plays. That's all it was.
The big thing on Nick is he does not call plays, and then the two like bad seasons from the Eagles was his making when he hired Brian Johnson and Kevin Patilio. Correct?
Yeah.
Now,
That's
I'll
a,
say this. I will say
that's
this, though.
a,
I will say this. The reason we all know the reason, I don't know if all of us know this, but the reason that Peterson got fired was because he wouldn't take the coaching suggestions of the front office.
Yep.
Right.
that's
And
true.
I think that the Brian Johnson and what was the other kid's name that was the defensive coordinator?
Oh, fuck.
Uh,
Sean something. Sean Desai.
So
Sean
this
Desai, right?
yeah.
I think both of those were front office hires. I actually don't think that Nick Sirianni had anything to do with either of those.
No, he didn't have nothing to do with those two signs.
I didn't.
Maybe, but that's not his job though. Like we gotta get
No,
out of
no,
the
no,
way.
no, no. I'm saying you can't in that season. You can't take a shot at Nick Sirianni because I don't really think it was him.
No, it definitely wasn't. And the other thing that I don't like that we do is like we're gonna give Ben Johnson a lot of credit. People are gonna do this whole he's a wizard. He's known as this whiz kid and da 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 right. But if he never gets the job done far as winning, I don't really care. Like it doesn't just you have to get it done all the way around. Now they ran the ball a lot. They wasn't having a prolific passing offense in Chicago, but he was known as that. And then when everything went wrong and up in when he was with the Lions, as far as the fourth down decisions, it all came back to Dan Campbell. But all the credit of the
It
offense
was that
picking up went to Ben. So it's like it's this
Yeah,
weird
but Ra,
thing.
It was
the
that Campbell for
situational
that.
awareness was bad by Dan Campbell. The
I agree.
situation,
I agree. Yeah.
like,
It was
like
horrible.
if I was Ben Johnson, yes, that's my head coach. So okay, we're going for it. I got to play. I got to do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he was the
But
coach,
he
I
does it in
guarantee he
Chicago
wouldn't have went
too.
for
He
it.
does it in Chicago as well. He does it
I don't
over there
know.
too.
Yeah, does he? I don't know.
He
I don't
does.
watch
He
their
does.
games.
Yeah, he
Okay.
does. And I don't know if Dan in his ear over there too, but he don't got
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Problem
Okay.
with Nick is like, okay, we can all say the Eagles had like from last year and like back like a couple years, they had a top three offense, right? Not top three offense, top two offense, right?
I don't even like the Eagles, and y'all got me defending this motherfucker.
Hold on, I'm just saying he had two receivers that could be number ones on at least half the league, correct?
Yeah, and they play like it. They play like it.
No,
According to some people, Smitty ain't number one as of recently.
I don't think Smitty won.
Well,
Smitty won.
we have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Some
find
people
out. We
disagree
have
He a
to
too.
find
bona
out.
fide one.
We can't make that decision. We have to find out.
I'm gonna say
We
they
have
play
to
that
we have to
year.
find out, but
That
he looked like he can be a one. You saying T Higgins can be a
Why do you
one?
have to find out?
you just see him do it. They just want to see it to show
He
improvement.
has
We
done
have
it.
to.
He did it in high school, he did it in college, and he did it the first year in the NFL.
One year, which is not
His rookie
right, which is not the same. I mean,
he had
Southgate, by
1,100
your
yards,
admission, we all need
1,000
3
yards.
years before we decide who's good and
Now,
who's not.
hold on, is
Right?
Smitty going to be a 1,500 a yard year number one? No. But he
We
could
don't know
be,
what he is as by himself.
no,
We
I'm
don't.
telling you,
Just that year.
he's going to be an 11 to 1,200 yard per year number one.
That's what you think. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why we got to
That's
see
what
him
he's
prove it.
capable of.
But he was doing that as a number two. So why wouldn't he do it as number one? I mean, he was doing like 1,100 yards as a
Nick
rookie.
But
is
you're
up
not
there.
going
You tell
against.
me. You tell me what players the defense has to focus on that's on the team, like AJ Brown.
They're gonna have to focus on the run game, which is gonna open up a lot.
Yeah.
When they had AJ Brown and Devontae Smith
No,
last
you're
year,
right.
right?
You're right. I don't disagree that he's gonna see more double teams. He's gonna see more of the number one
Yeah,
corners. The defense is
More
gonna roll with
brackets.
him. All that. I 100% understand about football, but Smitty is a dog, and I doubt
I'm
He
they're
is
not
on the
disagreeing. He's
line.
not a good player, guys.
he's gonna get like way more targets, so that's gonna balance out the coverage. You feel me?
I think Smitty really better than AJ.
Hell no.
Hold
Now
on,
we
hold
need
Oh
on.
now we
no,
Let me
let them
let me let
bust.
me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Smitty got a more diverse route tree than AJ. I think
He
AJ
does.
is just a slant and go guy. That's all. That's all he is. Versus like Smitty got a lot more. He can run outs. He can run flags. He can run post. He can run pretty much any route.
Hey
Hot take.
man,
That's my hot take.
Just
hey
look at
brother,
Smitty in that
yeah,
2022 game against Chicago without AJ Brown. He balled out.
yeah. He cooks.
Well,
He balls with
this
Smitty on
is
the field too.
This man was.
this is what we're about to see because now the defense is going to be rolled to him. So now
right?
you're going to see a different scheme of defense that he has to face. I
I
don't want to
don't
go
think
off
he.
of one game. We're going to go talking about a whole season when that defense is rolled to you and they're eyeing you on that coverage. Come on,
Hold on.
we'll see. That's why it says we'll see.
I'll put
Right.
my
That's what
money
I
on
said.
This
that.
year's going to be harder for Smitty than any year was harder for AJ because of Smitty. Because like
Yeah,
they
of
plan
course it
for
was easier
AJ,
for Smitty.
but they know like Smith. Like we can't just forget about Smitty because Smitty one of them. He can go for 150 if he want to. Really,
Mm-hmm.
It's different
he
when
he
you have a
focused all
star
the way on
receiver
AJ.
like AJ Brown and the coverage is rolled over to him, and now Smitty. If you watched Eagles, come on now, it was a lot of the coverages was rolled to AJ Brown, and
For
he caught
sure.
a lot of those passes. So now it's going to be different when you're number one. When you're number one
Yeah.
with no real threat besides the running game, the coverage is going to be a lot different.
It
No,
definitely is. It
Makai
definitely
Lemon
is.
gonna be
He
But
even
like Makai
provides.
Lemon and Wake's gonna be cool too. Like let's not they not just
yeah,
bums. They're
that's
gonna be all right.
You have
Like
to
they
see what
can't just
Sean
like
Mannion
fully
provides.
like they're gonna be all right. The Eagles offense is still gonna be probably like top 10 if the line's healthy. If the line's not healthy, we gotta see.
yeah.
It's
If
another
the
thing we
line is
have to
healthy,
That
find
was a
yeah.
out.
problem last year also.
We also
If the
have to
line was
find out
healthy,
if the offensive line coach is going to be as good as Jeff Stoutland. That's another thing we got to find out.
it's like
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Or
that's for
Chris
sure.
Cooper
Like I
from
think they're gonna have a
Minnesota.
drop off, but I think they'll still be like around top 10 because like all of them like they just y'all can't forget how to like fly. I know bro's big, Jeff Collins big, but it's like Lane Johnson, he's been there. I'm pretty sure he knows enough to be like he can help everybody else. And Jordan Mailata, they've been there. So
We also
I'm sure
forgetting
they
about what's buddy name out of Minnesota, Kevin O'Connell. He's a damn good head coach now. Kevin O'Connell. I haven't heard nobody bring him up and try to put him in the top 10. And
Oh
he's a
right, I
great
Yeah,
forgot.
offensive mind.
I
yeah.
forgot about bro. He can be up there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But he isn't up there because he doesn't win. That's a very big thing. Like he's a great offensive mind. He knows how to draw it up. His defense is top 10. His offense, good God, what can you do with 9 back there?
Yeah.
So it's like,
But
so it's
look,
like
he's had winning seasons with a variety of quarterbacks now.
Winning is the
right, but a
main
lot of
reason
big
Mike's up
quarterbacks.
there.
Right. You
Mike
got to give him
Verbal,
some type of credit.
Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniel, yeah.
We knew Mike, if Mike was a head coach and he had the right players, he'd do something crazy, and he did it.
I mean, yeah, they got it done. Even though what's that boy name? Sam Darnold was really kind of trash in the season, regular season, but in the playoffs he balled.
Yeah. Just get it
I don't
done,
know how.
man.
I feel like
That's all.
McDaniel is like, I feel like he's a great offensive mind, but I don't think he makes for a great head coach.
So
Ooh, Mike McDaniel.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's just I agree with that. That's like
Yeah,
North Turner.
I would
North
say
Turner was an offensive mind, but when he became a head coach, he sucked.
Yeah, just like Josh McDaniels from the Patriots. He's
Yeah,
one of the best play callers we've ever seen. But as a head coach, he's garbage.
That's the thing with the job, because we got a lot of defensive
Buddy
coordinators
Wright.
that's great, but they're terrible head
Yep, Buddy
coaches.
Ryan. Yeah,
you're right. Like
Rex
Buddy Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Rex
Rex
Ryan.
Ryan,
Yep.
great defensive coordinator, terrible coach.
No,
Thanks.
didn't he go to back to
Thanks.
back conference championships with the
No, he
Jets?
went to the championship game
Went
twice,
to them.
That's what I'm saying. He went to back conference championship with the
but
Jets,
he
right?
wasn't really a good coach.
How come he wasn't? To make that offense be palatable with Mark
The
Sanchez as the
offense
quarterback,
wasn't capable. That was all defense that got them there.
and he's a defensive guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
But why wouldn't he get the bulk of the credit for that? I don't understand. I'm
that's
lost
what
on
I
that.
said. He's a great defensive coach. He sucks at offense, just like his
But
father.
yeah, and he got the two conference championships back to back in a division with the Patriots.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't think he's a great coach or nothing like
But
that. But I do. He
he
deserves
was
some
the one
credit though.
behind
I
the
don't know.
defense though. He
Wait,
was the
was
one
Buddy
behind
Ryan
the
his
Yeah,
defense.
father?
he.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
then how come he never got another job?
I don't
I
know.
always
That's
wondered
the
that.
player relations, I guess. I don't know. I think he just started getting money elsewhere. Could just be that he just started getting his money.
I
Let me see.
mean,
Burnt my
Belichick
shirt.
went
Oh,
to
all
Like
Cleveland
Buddy
and
Allen.
stunk it up, and then got another job right away.
I feel like no, I ain't gonna bring that dude's name up. I never want to hear his name ever again.
Who's the worst head coach you've ever seen?
Josh
Fucking Chip
McDaniels.
Kelly.
Bill
Josh
O'Brien.
I
McDaniels.
can tell you
I
the
ain't want to
worst
bring his
head.
name up.
I
Yeah, Bill
I
O'Brien.
could tell you a head coach that makes Chip Kelly look like a genius.
Who?
Rich Kotite.
There you go.
Who is that?
That boy
Rich
right
Kotite.
there.
Rich
The
Coach.
Who do
Oh
you
my
coach?
God.
Who do you
Somebody
coach?
said, "Who is
the
that?" He was the
Eagles and
Eagles
the
Coached
coach.
the
and the
Eagles and
Jets.
the Jets. Yeah.
Rich Coach was. Oh my
I
goodness.
don't, I don't remember that. What year? What year was that?
Early
And then
nineties.
in the 90s, like 93,
Oh, that's what I don't
94.
remember.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember
When
that.
I
I was
tell
playing.
you the absolute worst head coach ever created,
Yeah, you had to be an Eagles fan. He's horrible.
and those
Okay, okay.
owners
That's
must have been high for him getting two jobs.
but sometimes that happens though. Just like what was Buddy name from Matt Patricia? He ended up getting the head coaching job with the Lions based off what he did with the Patriots. And I don't think
Probably
he was
happened.
bad. I think he just didn't know how to manage everything. That's what
All
I'm
right,
saying.
He
He could be
so
was.
great on one side of the ball and not know how to
wait,
manage
let's
it.
go box for
So,
box. Who?
What's crazy is his
Wait, wait,
first two
wait, wait,
years, he was
wait.
really
Hold on.
good.
Let's go
He
box for
was really
box.
good.
Who's everybody's? Whoever your team is, who is your most hated head coach?
Oh,
Most who?
Most
So
hated head coach.
Josh
JB
McDaniels.
first, and just go down the list.
And just go box for box. Start with Cam. Was it Cam Tot?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, can we do coordinators? Because
No,
like
head
we don't
coach.
have bad head coaches.
Of my
Who
lifetime,
your
Chip
team?
Kelly.
Yeah, we don't have bad head coaches. I'm not gonna hold you. All my
Nah, who your
lifetime has
team?
been Andy
Who's your
Reid,
team, bro?
Eagles.
We
In
do
my
have bad head
Chip
coaches.
in
Kelly
my
was
lifetime. In my
terror.
lifetime.
Chip
How
Kelly
old
was
are
a
you?
My bad.
terror.
Oh
was
my bad. Chip
horrible.
Kelly. Chip Kelly. My bad. Chip Kelly. My bad. Chip
Kelly
Kelly.
was
I don't even
terrible.
remember. I don't even really fuck with her like that. Like Chip Kelly.
Juan?
Chip. Gotta be Chip. Gotta be
it's
Chip.
shit. It's shit for me. Also, he was 2-14 and got rid of so many talented players just to bring in players that were.
Juan, who's your coach?
Rich
You know,
Kotite. I gotta agree with you. He was horrible. Rich
Yeah,
Kotite
that's
was
before my
terrible.
time,
horrible.
so I gotta go again. Chip Kelly again.
Chip Kelly is number
About to be a
two.
lot of that.
Kelly was terrible.
So think about that. He was a bad coach for two different franchises, man. Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly, he coached. He was on the 49ers.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, the
we,
Raiders. Okay.
we never
Yeah, I know
No,
we
he
the
was on
never
the
had no
49ers.
Raiders.
bad
I went to
coaches.
school
So
with him.
I
49ers
don't
in
know.
2016. He was at 49ers head coach.
Yeah,
Bro,
we
I
never had no bad
I
coaches.
never
I
knew
mean,
that.
I
for
can't really talk
me,
about it.
it was Nathaniel Hackett.
No, he did go to y'all. I so
Ooh,
remember that.
Nathaniel
Nathaniel
Hackett.
Hackett,
That's a bad one
boy, that's a
too.
blast from the past. Boy.
Yeah,
Bad one too.
And
him,
my,
him,
give me
and
the
Mine,
I would say
guy.
Josh McDaniels.
mine was
Emilio Fernandez.
Josh McDaniels. Mine was Josh
I ain't not
McDaniels.
not big Herm. Josh McDaniels was a good coach, man. I gotta chill. You chill on my boy Josh.
Josh McDaniels was
Not a head
asshole in
coach.
Denver too.
He blew up two
Yeah,
franchises.
yeah. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. He did the Raiders bogus. I thought they was actually gonna do something too.
I forgot, what was that dude name? Who was the Rams coach? I remember what he looked like. I just can't remember his name.
You talking
Who?
about Jeff Fisher, bum
Jeff
Jeff
ass.
Fisher,
Fisher.
yeah.
That's the worst coach I've ever seen. I hate
Right,
that
that's what I'm
mofo.
thinking of.
Boy, he was
Jeff
garbage.
Fisher wasn't that bad.
Yes,
Nah,
he
he went to
was.
a
Bro,
Where
I
was
ain't
bowl.
he
fuck with Jeff
good
Fisher,
at?
bro. I didn't
He
think he
went
was
to a
that good.
bowl.
Took those Oiler teams and or Titan teams, didn't he?
Titan team. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Exactly. I just
With Eddie
said that. He
George.
went to
With
a
Eddie
bowl.
George. Yep.
Yeah, he
Yep.
Yeah.
went
Yeah,
to
Yep.
he,
a
he
bowl.
did.
Yep. You
He
ain't
went to
wrong.
a bowl.
But he was so trash everywhere else. I forgot he did that shit.
Right.
Yep.
Shout out
Who
to
do you
the
think is
Titans.
now? Who do you think
Hey,
is the most
I
underrated
bet
head
you Vince
coach?
Young wish he wasn't there though. Vince
Underrated.
Young hated him.
Robert Sala.
Underrated head coach.
Robert Sala for sure.
Coughlin?
He was trash. Oh no, oh no, I got one. I got Lovey Smith, most underrated head coach. At them
He was
Chicago
trash
teams being
when.
Lovey Smith was very underrated. He was trash with the Texans, yeah, but that happened. But we forget about his Chicago stint. The way he was able to get the juice out the squeeze with those teams is remarkable. Jay Cutler was not that good.
What about Tom
Rex
Coughlin?
Grossman was not that good.
Is
Tom
Tom?
Coughlin, he's
Yeah,
respected though. He's
yeah, but
respected.
he no he. I mean, he did some good things down in Jacksonville too, didn't he?
That's a fact. Yeah, he did. They only back to back winning season. He was damn good,
Yep.
but he gets respected. He's probably gonna get in the hall or some shit. Lovey Smith doesn't get mentioned ever, and he had those Chicago teams looking competent for years when they really shouldn't have been. Never really had too much on offense, and he was able to get it done. They fired him for winning. They fired him for trying to win a game. That a bitch.
We play to win the game.
Mm.
And guess what? That was the best choice they ever made because they probably would have took Bryce Young instead of C.J. Stroud.
no, did you
And I
just say
know
the
people
bestest? Did you just say bestest?
I said best decision. Best decision. Excuse me.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
chewing gum right now. My words a little slurred, but
Playoffs? You want to talk about playoffs? Yeah.
no, that's
Hey,
one.
so
That's one. Yeah.
check me out, check me out, check me out. My one is Josh McDaniels. Well, no, I'm talking about far as like the bad coaches is Josh McDaniels, but the underrated head coach for me, shit. Oh, that's hard.
Shit.
I
Bill
don't know.
Walsh underrated. Bill Walsh is a great coach. What are you talking about, brother?
Oh,
Bill Walsh ain't underrated. He's got one of the best
Yeah,
coaching trees ever.
yeah. He top five for real.
He probably has the best coaching tree ever. Him and Joe Gibbs.
Yep.
Yeah, facts. Sean McVay building up one right now too, though. Sean McVay really kind of cooking.
I
Who's
want
Fucking
his other
to.
guys? Who's his guys? Who's his guys?
Mike McDaniel's buddy that was just coaching at the Dolphins. Uh,
I said this
what's
the
the
other day. I
McDonald?
mean,
Kevin O'Connell from
I
them
don't even know
too.
how old Joe Gibbs is. This motherfucker won 3 Super Bowls, 3 different quarterbacks, and then went on and been in NASCAR for 30 years.
I always
Who's
love
the?
Joe Gibbs and Tony Dungy, man.
I think everybody up here should be picking Mahomes for this. I don't even know why this is a
Facts.
question.
Tony Dungy is underrated.
Tony
Facts.
Dungy, yeah. Shout out
hey,
Tony
Tony
Dungy
Dungy.
was
hey,
my
hey,
man.
Tony
hey,
That
Dungy is
was my
definitely
main guy.
hey,
underrated. Facts.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. My game winning drive. Give me Jake Mate. Now I'll just fuck with y'all. Let me stop.
Let's go. No,
Let me
you
stop. Let
cooking.
me
No,
stop. Let
keep
me
cooking.
stop.
No, you cooking. No,
I'm
stop right there.
bullshitting,
You
bro.
good. No, you not
I
bullshit.
would never.
Why?
I would
You
never.
made a. That's
I
the
would
good best
never.
thing you just said all day.
All right, you say a lot of crazy shit. Don't do it. You say a lot of
Not
crazy
that the.
shit. I hardly
That's
say
the
a lot
best
of
thing
crazy.
you said, but
I
go.
hardly say crazy shit.
Listen,
If
when
I
they
say some
do
crazy
this
shit,
shit, when they do these
nah. Give me
graphics, I
Nathan
don't even know
Peterman.
why they put Mahomes in the picture. Everyone's gonna say Mahomes.
Give
Exactly.
me
That's why
Nathan Peterman.
I don't
Give
even
me
want to pick
Nathan Peterman.
Mahomes.
Fuck y'all.
Take Mahomes out the fucking picture.
I want Trevor
Give me
Lawrence.
Nathan Peterman. Fuck y'all.
Nathan Peterman is crazy. He
I
was
say,
so bad.
Give me Matt Schaub, dog.
Give
y'all
me
might look.
JJ McCarthy.
Y'all want to get on me, but I don't care what nobody say. I
Give me
think
Me and
Sean
Matthew
Payton
me
is
Stafford.
Kyle Orton,
underrated.
man. Give me Kyle Orton, man.
He was trash too.
I want Mason
Yeah, he was
Rudolph.
trash.
I've seen Matthew
Nah,
Stafford do some good shit in
bro.
Florida.
Give me Brett Hundley, bro.
Okay.
Super trash.
But can we I want y'all to respond to. I feel like Sean McDermott's underrated. I feel like people call him trash just because the Bills
They
don't.
definitely, yes, they didn't
You know what I
win.
mean?
Yeah,
But
they
so
definitely
I feel like
hated.
he gets
Yeah,
underrated because people just give Josh Allen all the glaze. When I
that's
feel
a
like Sean
fact.
McDermott does a very good job
He
for the most
did.
part.
He definitely did.
So therefore, I feel like he's been one of the most underrated coaches.
No, in fact, did he get another job? Did he get a job?
I don't know.
Damn. Cause oh no, I wouldn't even be tripping. Fire me and get me some millions. Fuck it. I'll chill for a year and figure it out.
Yeah, someone I would definitely swoop him up. I feel like he was a great DC with the Eagles. I feel like he's been great with the Bills for the most part. He turned them into a perennial team.
The
They've
thing
had
about
top
him
five
was
defenses.
a lot of years. It's the playoffs, bro. They was giving up 30-something points a game. That's why.
But the
Shit.
but the thing about Sean McDermott, bro, they hired him to be a defensive mastermind, and your defense was giving up all those points and couldn't seal a game off with your offense, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why he got fired.
I mean, in all fairness, remember he did have a turnover machine at quarterback, and then
Not in the playoffs though.
not in the
In the playoffs, he don't
playoffs,
be. Yeah.
right? Not in the playoffs, except this past year, in that one game. And then you just went up against. Sometimes you went up against the Chiefs, bro. Like they were gonna put on points on anybody here. They did it to the Eagles. Like they put up 30 plus on the Eagles in that 2020 Super Bowl. It's just something when you go up against that era of Chiefs, like bro, your offense just gotta outplay them. Like there's nothing you can do to stop them on
At
defense.
some point, you got to beat them. That's the problem.
Right. At that point, you gotta you just gotta try to do something to beat them on the offense. Like I don't think that defense is able to stop. Like certain teams just can't be stopped defensively.
They can't. The Chiefs could have been stopped.
Bro, I feel like at that, bro, too hard to stop, bro.
But which year though? He played them 4 times, gang.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Oh, exactly. All of them, each one.
You got
Chiefs are,
But two of
under
them, two
Mahomes
of
have
them
been
times they
fucking
got
great.
stopped. 2 of them times they got stopped. They got stopped by Tampa. They got stopped by the Eagles. They didn't even get a fucking first down on the Eagles. Shit.
That was only recent. I'm not counting past season. I'm counting before then. And in
Yeah.
Tampa, I feel like we already talked about Brady earlier. I feel like Tampa got away with some shit. They got that one.
Got
They
away
got
with
lucky
it.
with some shit. Let's be honest.
Got lucky against who?
That Chiefs team, if we being honest, bro, not in the
They
Super
beat
Bowl.
that
I'm not talking about the Super Bowl.
motherfucking ass.
I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. I'm not talking about that.
What Chiefs against when the Chiefs? What am I?
That was when the fuck was it? Was I'm trying to remember the year. I thought you were talking about regular season.
I don't.
Regular. Oh yeah, I don't know. I couldn't
But
tell you about
I
regular
mean, in the
season.
Super Bowl, they got their ass whooped. Yes,
They beat
absolutely.
their ass. That shit wasn't even close. So I mean, it just happens like that sometimes. Sometimes you go out there and you get hit in the mouth.
But again, I don't think the Bills had that type of line pressure to do that shit what the Eagles and Tampa did.
No, they didn't. They just didn't. They didn't. They
You know what I
didn't.
mean?
But
So you can't really hold that against them because, like, if you can get to Mahomes, that's when they get shaky and shit. But if you can't do that, bro, like they gonna drop 30 on your head easy.
yeah, you got to get pressure on him more. He gonna take care of that. But I mean, sometimes even in that Eagles game, they were just playing great coverage too. They wasn't even blitzing. They was just on their ass that day. That just wasn't their
Right.
day.
It just was that. Yeah, the O line just was not on it.
And the O line wasn't playing as bad as people try to make it seem. You go back and watch that game. It's just the coverage. The coverage. He couldn't see nothing. Nothing
Right.
was open.
The
That too.
coverage was good, and the Eagles had a good like actual pass rush that wasn't like they didn't have to blitz to get a good pass.
Hey, beating that motherfucking ass.
That's why, and I'm glad I got this floor right now because 2022, if that grass was legit, that pass rush would have did the same shit.
Oh no, brother.
And that's the truth.
I think Mahomes was on the heater in that second half, bro. He didn't miss a pass.
He
And what
didn't.
can you do?
Listen,
And I
go
don't like
back
the
and watch
ticky
the
tack
game.
call at the end either. I don't like that
Of
either.
course, I'm not even sweating that call. Honestly, a lot of people I'm more upset about the field. It affected both teams, yes, but that Eagles pass rush was so crazy that season. If you watch the line, they were beating their men in that game. They were beating the Chiefs O line. They kept slipping and falling when they
I'm
hit
gonna
them with
say
the
this:
swim move and
you
come around the
got
corner.
all week to check the field. I don't like that. You had different cleats. Like this is the NFL. They got millions of dollars. They could have figured that out. They didn't. They
Yeah,
just didn't do it. That's
I
just
put
I
more on
can't
that.
even
I put
defend
more on that call than the field because the Chiefs
the
played on.
call. And what was
I
the other
understand
shit?
that,
That
but you
that that
look.
uh that punt
I got an analogy
return.
for you.
Them two plays killed the
I got an
game.
analogy
I,
for
I
you.
don't
If
like
we
that.
go into war, right? Your army specializes in swords. Mine specializes in arrows. We are guaranteed to have a balanced field. But in this situation, it's super windy and raining, making long range combat impossible to do. Who had the board? Who had the advantage? You're gonna have the advantage because now you took away my best option. You know what I mean? What I do best.
Okay, but
And then,
with that being
Mahomes
said,
escaped
like
three. I counted at least 3 sacks he would have got that he escaped because they slipped and fell coming around it. Like it makes me sick. And they were on third downs too, and they end up scoring on them drives. That
with
would have
that being
changed the
said,
whole outcome of the game.
with that being said, y'all just brought bows. That's it. Y'all ain't bring no type of close range weapon.
No, you can, but again, no. Of course, but my specialty was arrows. That's what was winning me so many games. That's what was
I mean,
getting me over the
that's
hump. That's what was getting me to dominate people. Because couldn't nobody compete in that field.
okay. That's fair to say, but like at the same time,
What's
And
good,
we,
though?
y'all just didn't have the right equipment to change it up.
but it's the
Y'all
Super
still would have been
Bowl.
y'all
You
still
not.
would have
It's
been at
supposed
a
to be an
decent
even
game.
playing field. They would like, it got the field got fucking sabotaged. That's the even. It's supposed to be even playing field. No, you know what I mean. No home field advantage. No weather. Supposed to be influencing the game. None of that. That's why they playing domes and shit.
Yeah, no, but when the Broncos played in New York, a snowstorm missed it by 3 days. Missed that Super Bowl.
They
How
just
long
played
ago
in
was it?
Santa
Because
Clara
now you
too.
can't
That
host a
was
Super Bowl
outside.
unless the only team that can really host a Super Bowl is Tampa because of the weather. It's nice there in that time of year. Everybody else it has to be a dome.
Because
Mhm.
certain parts of California too probably
Right in
can't
Cali,
see
yeah,
us.
Park, California. That's the
I ain't
that.
gonna
So
lie. I would like to see a snowing Super Bowl.
fuck
It's
no.
football, baby.
No,
I feel
no,
you, but no, not for a
absolutely,
Super Bowl. I don't
absolutely.
want weather influence in the game for a Super
Come
That
Bowl.
on,
boy
look
be
how much
sick.
that Bronco Patriot game changed last year once the snow hit.
Y'all was at
Yeah.
home.
I know.
But
No,
that
no,
affects both.
nobody
It
even
would
knew the
affect
snow was
teams too.
coming.
It's just not what people want to see though. Like
Right,
as a football head, it's like yeah, you might want to see that, but like as for the Super Bowl, nah.
right. You can't, bro. It's like it's a championship game. You don't want weather
Didn't it?
influencing
Didn't it
outcome.
rain in the Super Bowl when Prince performed? Am I not mistaken? It rained in that Super Bowl.
Oh no,
Which Super Bowl is that?
I can't remember which one. I just remember Prince performed at halftime, and it was raining during his performance. I'm like, didn't it
Okay.
rain during that Super Bowl?
oh no.
I
Oh
thought
no,
I
I
think I know
think
what you're
people just
talking about,
get
but I thought that was part of the
yeah.
prop.
No,
It
they
might have
made
happened
it
before I
rain.
jumped on the
What you
website.
what?
Yeah, I thought they had like a system, sprinkler type system to make it rain.
No, it ain't no system to make it rain out the sky, brother.
Yes, there is.
No,
They
it's
do it in
not.
movies all the time.
No, bro. No, not
That's
like that,
irrigation
gang.
systems, bro.
Not like that. That's like CGI and shit, bro. Like, nah, bro.
No, that's
What are you
irrigation
talking to,
systems. It's not even
motherfucker? Now,
CGI.
No,
why?
the
Why you want
Colts
to
Yeah,
go
it's a
shut the
Bears.
fuck
water
up?
system, bro.
No, the Colts Bears Super Bowl in '05 had an inch of rain.
Son of a
Okay.
bitch.
The wettest Super Bowl was in 2007.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. 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 I'm like, I
And
don't
I
know.
was
I think
barely
people
any
get
rain, bro.
people getting a little soft, bro. I just want to get it to where every game is in a dome and it's controlled. Like, nah, bro,
No
that's
one's
whack.
saying
I'm
that.
not saying
I
every
want a
Y'all
Right,
mud
make
no
bowl,
one's
bro.
saying that.
No,
I
you
don't even
want
mind it
you
throughout the
want
Wait,
playoffs and shit.
Otis.
Super Bowl
yo
though.
Otis, wasn't there a team that flooded the field one year or something?
hell yeah, that
flooded the.
definitely
Yeah,
did.
2022.
Hmm.
Playoff game?
What do you mean the field flooded?
They
The field
flooded their
flooded.
own field or something.
Why are we good with the weather influencing like playoff games, but the Super Bowl is where we draw the line? Because it was snowing like a motherfucker. Rams versus the
Yeah,
Panthers and Rams versus
man versus Philly.
Eagles.
because look, okay, you play like the season to get the advantage.
Right.
Like you play the season to get the advantage. Like for example, if you're a team like I'm gonna use like the Bills, you want them to come up there to y'all because they're not used to it being cold. It used to it being snowy. That's why you play the season to get to the playoffs, and everybody got to come through y'all. Versus like the Super Bowl, it's like it's supposed to be the best of the best. We're not trying to make it to like be like one of y'all has the advantage, one of y'all don't. So we're putting y'all in a dome. That's when it's the best of the best. When it's like y'all played for this little spot,
Right.
Y'all played how many ever games are in the season? Like
Play the whole
70.
regular season for seeding and home field advantage and things like that. And the Super Bowl is not supposed to be none of that.
Yeah.
But it ain't an advantage for either team. If it's snowing, it's snowing on both of y'all. It's raining on both of y'all.
Okay,
It's
but some teams
Well,
football.
are
they
It's
want
used
to
to
see
popping.
them play at they want to see them play at their very best
Right.
yeah. Some
without
teams are
any other
Man,
used
we
to
wanna
factors involved.
we wanna see that every week, but that don't always happen. It's football, baby.
And listen, I agree with you. I mean, if you're going to not never play in bad weather anywhere, I mean, in the Super Bowl, then we shouldn't play in bad weather anywhere. Just like in
Right.
baseball, we shouldn't have we shouldn't have the ghost runner or in the 10th inning. In hockey, we shouldn't have 4-on-4. Like, I just don't get it.
Hold on,
Like,
question. Can you explain the ghost? I'm not a baseball guy. What the fuck is a
yeah.
ghost runner?
So
I
you start out in the 10th inning. You start out with a guy at second base automatically. He never hit
Why?
because they want to get the
because
game over.
because
It takes
in
one hit to
ex
score.
in extra innings they're trying to minimize over the last, what was it, 10 years, Otis.
Yep.
Um, they've been trying to minimize the length of baseball games because people don't realize baseball games on average take 3.5 hours, and that's with the new pitch clock and all that. Prior to that, you were seeing games go 6, 8, 9 hours, especially with the fucking extra innings of people hitting 17, 18 extra innings without the additional runner or a pitch clock. So they're trying to minimize the time. Baseball is the one sport that you have seen a game played
Right.
in 2 different days, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 different days.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been boring to watch.
So
Too
yes,
long.
it's. I like how Otis says ghost runner, even though it's
Yeah.
considered extra runner. I do.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't like the concept because that you're giving each team an edge because 9 times out of 10, if you watch these games, your fastest runner or your best hitter is the one that's starting extra innings on second base. So
Okay.
it's kind of
It's just the way
monotonous.
it is because of the natural way that the game flows. That's why you have like the Dodgers and the Phillies and all these other teams are starting to put the best hitter at the number one spot instead of like the 3 or the 4 because they'll naturally get more at bats, which means in those extra innings they're going to be the guy who gets out last or the guy who hits next.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that's a strategy thing.
And what's the 4-on-4 thing in hockey? I
Yeah,
used to play
so
hockey, but I don't remember that shit.
you play normally you play 5-on-5 hockey.
And overtime
Okay.
is 3-on-3.
And overtime is 3-on-3. It was 4-on-4, and then they changed it to 3-on-3, and then after that it's penalty shots. And I'm saying in the playoffs games they don't do that. You play 5-on-5 the entire time.
Yep.
So if the rule is in the regular
Okay.
season you play 4-on-4, then make it 4-on-4 in the playoffs, or make it 5-on-5 the whole year.
Yeah, that's weird.
See,
I
the
don't like
hockey one
that.
I don't understand. The baseball one I understand.
Huh?
And why do they do that? To speed up the game or make it easy to score? Or
Yeah, to
what? To
speed the
get the
game
game
up.
over with?
You're
Okay.
going to have, if you have 3 players on the ice instead of 5, there's a lot more open space. So just
Right.
like how we have what's the rule, the illegal contact rule for football, naturally
Right.
you're going to score more points. In hockey, you're going to have more opportunities to score because there's less people on the ice.
I got you. I like going to hockey games and shit, but I don't be knowing nothing about that shit. I'll be
But
like, yo,
with how athletic hockey has become, this 3-on-3 is so fucking monotonous that shit lasts for. I'm glad they put
Yeah,
penalties because that shit could last.
me too. Me too. I wish they would just go straight to penalties.
they be boxing in that shit though. I be fucking with that bit with you can really go whoop somebody ass on a hockey ice and not get no
Or
problems.
How does
Or you
that
know what
work?
else they could
It's
do? They
almost
could
like
make the overtime shorter. They can make the overtime 10 minutes,
Yeah.
So it's usually 15,
And
20.
in
13.
hockey, it's like they had for the World Cup, right? They used to have the golden goal scenario. It's
Yeah.
one goal and it's over.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that with football. I really hate that they changed that shit where it was sudden unalive. with football, and they changed that
Yeah.
shit all because the Bills fans was bitching. Like I don't like that.
It wasn't just them. There was
It
plenty of
wasn't
teams.
just them. There was plenty of teams that were complaining about
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah.
I agree. I like
People
it. I like it.
people don't realize the first team that sat there and complained about that was the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
We didn't make it there first.
Oh yeah, I remember. Ooh, boy, that was one hell of a throw, Ben. Boy, that was a throw. Hey, I don't know that when it comes to like all time throws, that might be like top five. As
What, the one
far
to
as a difficult
Santonio
team
Holmes?
moment, yes. To get that ball in there,
That's not number one.
oh,
Dwight Clark's catch is number one.
Dwight
Who's
Clark. Yeah, I'm
who?
not mad at that.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that because
I'm not
I'm a
mad
49ers
at that.
fan. I'm not saying
Right,
that
right,
because.
right, right.
Yeah, Clark's catch was nasty.
I'm just about the different. Yeah.
What up,
No,
Kay?
because the next one is actually Mario Manningham in the Giants, I think.
Bro,
Hey,
that
man. No, that we. Hey, bro. No, let's
look.
leave that
If
alone,
we
bro.
if we talking about like just catches in
Oh, the
general,
helmet catch. The helmet
the
catch.
helmet
That's a,
the helmet
Oh
catch has got
wow,
to be
that's
a
what we
top three.
doing.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly what we doing, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all later, UConn. You know you my boy, bro. But we can't be doing this today.
Oh,
Y'all
what about the
not gonna
Julian
ruin my
Edelman catch?
Sunday.
The Julian Edelman catch.
Fantastic. Yeah, now you talking. Now you
Oh
cooking
no!
with
You want
Crisco.
me to feed? You want me to feed the Patriots beast? I see what you're saying.
Yes. I wanna hear that shit. A motherfucker put stickum on his helmet.
uh,
Uh, yeah,
What up,
yeah.
bro? What up?
I
What up,
think
Tay?
I
that's
What up?
think
current.
that I think Jordan Brooks and Terrell Dodson are underrated as hell. So somebody
I
was
don't
smart
have.
about
Oh,
having
all
them.
right. So I don't know how Fred Warner and fucking Trey Greenlaw aren't in this list at all.
I think Greenlaw had missed some time last year, and that's why.
No, they both did last year, but like, all right. So isn't Ernest Jones not on the Seahawks?
He is.
Yeah, he
Oh, he
is.
still is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And N'Kobe Dean is not as good as either one of those guys I just mentioned.
That's a fact. Nick
Um,
Bolton.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Could
I'm
they
not
be?
saying they
They
deserve to
should.
be like top five. I'm saying they should be on the list.
They should be on
Right.
the list, but I would take the Bengals linebacking core off the list and shift that around for them to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Demetrius Knight Jr. is cool, but nah, I don't think
I'm
so.
gonna stand my ground when I say that Jordan Brooks and Dodson combo is gonna be nice this year.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
That's their
Yeah.
key stability
I
on that
saw.
defense.
I also don't know if Queen and Wilson are as high as they should be. I think they should be a little bit lower. Maybe
Yeah,
seven. Maybe 7 or 6. Notice how I
I'm
did
not
that
mad at this
backwards because
list.
I know it
I don't
wasn't
want to do their
JB, but it
stupid.
had to have been a Chiefs fan that made this list.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hey now, watch your mouth. Calm your nerves. It's all right.
I
Can
mean,
you go back to the can you go back to your one for like the greatest ones? Like the all time greats?
Oh yeah.
Didn't you
You got
have
the
that
Pick
three.
already?
three.
oh yeah,
Of
Otis.
the
This most definitely was made by a Chiefs fan. I see the top left.
jokes. Cause
So it was just to give you the names. It was Brady, Montana, Rice, Sanders, and Taylor, and you had to
T.
pick three. Barnesville.
oh
You had to pick three
out
of
of
them.
that list, out of that
Yeah, you
list.
had to
Yes,
bench
ma'am.
2 of them. You had to get rid of 2 of them out of that list.
I got rid of Barry and Joe. They gotta go.
Whoa, really?
Not
Interesting.
LT, probably the greatest football player ever. And
Got
then you
you.
got Brady. You got Brady. He's the GOAT. And then you
No, not
got.
really. But I will
Excuse me.
say, team wise, yes. Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Great team. Yeah.
If Brady's not the
Individually,
GOAT,
no.
who did more than Brady individually?
No. As far as what you mean for the longevity of the game, of
It
course, he was
is.
in the sport for a
Gotta hear
long
this.
time. But if you're
I gotta hear
talking
this.
about what his stats, yeah, I don't give 2 shits
Oh, I
about
thought
them
you only had
stats.
4 out there.
You
What
don't
I
care
Tom
about the
give
Brady's
a
all
stats?
time. Tom Brady's the all time passing leader. and
He just said
all-time passing
Right.
Did
touchdowns
she
leader.
don't
but
she
doesn't
don't
that
care
come
about his
from the
stats.
longevity in the sport?
I mean, yes and no. You have
It
to
co-
produce.
Why is it
You
a
can be
yes
out
and a
there.
no? It's a yes. If he
it's a
played
I'm gonna
how
come
many
it
say
comes
years?
from the longevity of the sport, but at the end of the day, when you look at the previous record who had it, he blew it out the water.
That's Monday.
Yeah, you
yeah,
could give longevity that, but at the end of the day, we don't do the same thing with Jerry Rice with his fucking receiving yard shit.
that's
You
a
What's
know,
this?
fact.
Say this. What? Say that again.
And on,
I said we
Why
don't
you
do the
wouldn't
said
we
same thing
do
with
it for
Jerry Rice
Jerry
receiving yards.
Rice?
We don't do the
we
same thing with Jerry.
shouldn't because he was
That's
elite
what I'm
even when
saying.
he
We
was old.
shouldn't.
Just like we shouldn't because it's not like Brady just played for a long time and just penny pinched his way to the top. He was elite damn near every year of his career. So it's not like, oh, he just stuck around and got to pass. No, he was balling.
Yeah,
Hey, we never seen Tom
I
Brady
don't
sit on
think
the bench
that's a
before.
fact.
I'm
I
just saying
think
that right
those are
now.
y'all personal opinions, and I'll respect your personal opinion.
That's a fact. You can prove me different.
So hold
When
on,
was he not elite?
who
What
do you
year was
got above
that?
Tom Brady? I want to hear this.
Yeah,
Who do
yeah.
I
Who's
have
over him then?
better than
Yeah,
Tom
who do you have
Brady?
better than
Yeah,
Tom Brady?
yeah.
I
Who you got?
mean, I mean, I'll put Dan Marino before him any day
Oh
of the week.
hell
Oh
no,
Oh
man,
hell
shut
yes!
the front door.
It
bro!
can't be
It's
shut
Cut it
the
out the
out.
front
mud. We got
door.
Rashad
Shut
McCants in
the
this
front
motherfucker.
Have
door.
you heard? Okay, let me say this, right? If you've
Go
ever
right
heard
ahead.
any of his interviews himself, he doesn't put himself there. He actually mirrored a lot of his what he did to Dan Marino.
A lot
So
of
I'm
Okay,
quarterbacks
confused how
mirror what
y'all
they did to
always
them.
say he's such a great when you know good and well
Miss.
there's other football quarterbacks before him and after
Mm-hmm.
him that is,
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
is better.
Miss
Better.
K. I
And
was
I
I
will
was
say this,
brick.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
taking away from his accolades. He did that. Amazing. I am happy for his accolades.
In
But
the
but you
best era
cannot
of football, by
convince
the
me
way.
after watching the game as long as I have that he's great.
Mm,
I believe
I
he
thought
was
that was.
put in a
I thought you were
great
making them and then
system
we're gonna heat them
for
up.
his ability to do that
So all right,
position.
so what was
Because
the
you
bubble
cannot put
system? I
him
want to
on
hear
any
this.
other with any other type of different system and he will
He
succeed.
did.
He will
You're
not.
wrong.
No, he did not.
He
That
did
was a
that.
You,
that
He
was
did
a
that in
Tampa
mirror.
Tampa.
Bay,
That was a
Tampa.
Tampa
mirror.
Bay. Tampa Bay
That
was not
was
the
a
same
mirror
system. No, it
of
was
the
not. That
It
system.
is
was
Yes,
not
it
the
false.
same
That's not
was.
true.
system.
No, it was not. That is wrong.
He
You
brought
are
Okay,
the only
y'all.
wrong.
player, the
You
Okay.
only
are
player he
wrong.
brought
Hey,
from
hold
his
on, hold
system
on, hold
over
on.
there
Stop,
in
stop,
In
stop,
New
stop.
England was fucking
One mic.
Gronk.
Hold on. One mic. Right. Y'all, let's be
Yes, sir.
respectful with it. And one mic. And
I just
before
said
y'all
she's
get back to
wrong. I
that,
didn't
K,
disrespect her.
I know, K. Before you even go any further with it, that is not a difference in the era. That's everybody, and this is a clear cut thing. If you look and you watch football, people sit there and scheme to the quarterback's abilities.
And wasn't Tom Brady the best quarterback with the best ability?
No.
Who was better? Who was a better quarterback in
So
any
wait.
years of Tom Brady being in the league, bro? I really want to know. Drew Brees, Joe Flacco, Big Ben. No, no. The only person that you can really put on the same pedestal with Tom Brady, and Tom Brady still clears that man, is A-Rod. That's the
Not
only
even
person
him.
that you could
What
compare
You
him
about
you
to.
would
Peyton
not
Manning
not
too?
even him.
That
You
dude
would go
great.
Peyton.
I'm
You
about to
would go
say Peyton
Peyton,
and
but
A-Rod.
I can't even say Peyton because he pales in comparison in the postseason. It's not even close. He's a dog water in the playoffs a lot of years. Tom Brady's the best in the playoffs a lot of years, unequivocally.
Yeah, I'm not
So
moved. That's why I came back.
yeah, we gotta cut the malarkey this morning, man. Like, it's no way,
I don't
it's no way
disagree.
Dan
Cut the
Marino.
malarkey. I
Yeah, like
understand what you're saying. Listen, again, I said it again. I don't take away from his accolades. But again, if you're asking me, just my opinion,
mhm.
only mine. No one has to agree with it. He's
Oh my
nowhere near the
god.
best
Oh
or the
my
greatest,
gosh.
in my
Why?
opinion.
Because, ma'am,
But
why
that's
not?
my
You know what, Joe? You
opinion.
know what?
No,
But this,
I'm not saying nothing wrong with your opinion, love. I'm asking why. Like, what's the
at
why
this
behind
rate,
it? Like,
Joe
because
what
Namath
do
is the
you
best
see?
quarterback of all
he
What?
time.
doesn't have the ability for me, just me. I don't
Jesus
believe his
Christ.
abilities go beyond inside that pocket.
Jesus
Period.
Christ.
Okay.
If time when he played the game, that was the requirements, and that's what they were looking for, a pocket
Mm-hmm.
quarterback. So for that,
Mar-
great. He's a great, awesome.
Marino
Basically,
But
Marino
for
couldn't play
me,
outside the
just
pocket.
for me,
Marino could not play outside the pocket. He was not good on the
But
run.
why are we faulting a quarterback for being a quarterback though? Isn't a
I
quarterback
don't mind.
supposed to
I don't
stay in a
Because
mind that
clean
critique.
pocket?
where I come from,
Quarterback.
that's not the type of quarterbacks I
But
was used to seeing outside of just in the NFL.
but you said
When you got
Marino
out
is
of the
your best.
NFL, and yes, Dan Marino was the whole reason why I ever started watching football. And yes, when I watched Dan Marino, he was not always in the pocket. He was running around and like he had a chicken head cut off because he had about 4 years straight where he didn't have no offensive line.
He wasn't
So
good.
again, and he
But
was
that's
He
making
because he's
wasn't.
the
plays.
greatest.
He wasn't good in them years. When he had to run outside the pocket, he was bad. He was not good rolling left. He was not good on the run with on the rope throws. He wasn't.
There's a reason why we call Dan Marino the greatest quarterback to not win a ring.
He was one of the great. He's one of the greatest for that time. No, 100%. I don't got nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that.
one of the greats
But
to not win a ring,
we
but
can't
no,
critique Tom Brady for not being good outside the pocket and then say Dan Marino, another guy who wasn't good outside the pocket.
no. And then on top of that, it's like I don't know, bro. It's just, I mean, that's mainly what you're probably looking at. You're probably thinking like pocket presence and shit like that. Even then, bro, Brady still got it.
Even
They
Have
just
even
you
need,
even
they
ever
just want, they
seen
want to
Wait,
see
Dan
wait,
Tom
wait.
Brady
Can
rush
Marino
I?
for
Can I?
$1,000
swing a
Wait,
yards.
wait,
football?
wait, wait, wait. What year did y'all start truly watching football and paying attention when it came to the NFL?
2012,
2002,
1988.
And that's what it sounded
2002.
like. That's what it sounded like. So let me be
What you
clear.
mean?
the
Yes,
hardest
I can
era.
only
Okay,
speak. I
All
can
right,
only
hold on,
speak
hold on,
from
hold on,
when
hold on, hold on.
I can only speak from when I
Hold
truly
on. We're not
started
gonna.
watching the game.
No, hold on. We're
And
not
it's
gonna.
hard for me
Okay,
to
hold on.
compare.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop that right here, right now, with that because that shit has led to personal attacks over the last
It's
couple of
not a
days. Let's keep.
personal attack if
Hey,
you will let me finish
Hey,
my
stop,
thought.
stop. I'm telling y'all, we're when y'all started watching, the age y'all started watching. Let's keep that shit out the conversation
It
because
makes
that
a
shit.
difference because
Hey,
the
no,
game
it does
looked
not.
different and was
It does
played
not make a
different.
difference. It does not make a difference. Trust me, when I know some of these people on this panel, it does not make a fucking difference at all. We just don't want the personal attacks to end up happening, and shit will
It's
fucking
not a
happen.
fucking personal
It
attack. It's
again,
all about the
I'm
style of
saying
the
it's
game had
again.
changed.
If you listen to understand instead of
And I
listening to
did, and I was
talk,
waiting for
you're
you to listen
not
to
though.
understand.
No
You did not
ball.
let me. You did
Okay,
not allow.
again, you're not. What I'm
You did
trying
not
to
allow
say,
me to complete my train
what
of
I'm
thought
listen,
before
stop.
you jumped in and interrupted me.
Okay, first of all, you gotta chill out because I know people on this panel, especially there we go. Yeah, Rob, I was trying to avoid it because I know how heated you get with that method, bro.
No,
age
no.
method.
I wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna get upset. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Like, bro,
Bro,
we
I
watch
know,
tape.
yeah, but I know how
Yeah,
you are, and I
I'm
was
not
trying
gonna
to
get
avoid it.
offended. No,
I
we
was,
good. I'm gonna just joke with you. Like, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna joke with you though.
That shit happened so
I
quick.
know, but I was trying to avoid the whole nonsense because I know how she acts too, bro.
Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, yeah.
She
You're
remind
right.
me of
Yeah.
fucking Pecan, bro. The Bears fan.
Yeah, because I was just gonna joke on it, like, bro, we have tape. I don't subscribe, and I have a lot of respect for older players. If anything, I overrate the older guys because I understand how hard it was to play and complete passes. I hate when people rag on John Elway because of his completion percentage when it's like he was playing in the era where you were allowed to hit guys and dislodge the ball in a different kind of way. So I really don't like when people do that to him. But I mean, I get it. It makes sense. But overall, nah, man.
But yeah,
Nah.
no, that's why I popped in and said what I said because I was about to stop it before it got started because I know how she gets and I know how you are, and yeah, I know you would have joked around with it, but she would have took that shit personal. That's why I stopped it dead in its
Right,
fucking
right,
track.
right. Yeah, I was about to go, damn, you kind. You supposed to let me cook. He just knew you read my mind. I was typing. As soon as she said, I said, you know what, I'm going to let her go. But I'm going to definitely troll a little bit. The I
Bro,
was
you
here
Rob,
first bit.
you and Otis have been in here over the last few days. Shit has gotten personal for no fucking reason. I was stopping
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah,
don't know where
yeah,
to
yeah.
say.
I don't know why
She
people
got
do that.
38
Yeah.
hot. She went from 0 to 100 real quick, bro. It's
You
a,
know how it goes. But guys do that all the time. Do the, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when we have the tape. When we have the tape, bro, like we go back and watch. And I've been watching football, I'm gonna say religiously since like early 2000s. So it's like, bro, I've seen a lot of older guys play. I've seen a lot of young guys play. I don't think that
I was waiting for
it's
JB to
that
come
much
back
of a
and say
bandwidth.
something when she said that, bro. I was waiting for JB to come back and say something.
Man, nobody don't want to hear that bullshit with her.
No, I don't think it's bullshit. I think there is
I know
something
what you're
to it because
saying.
I go through it, bro. I go through it with
Delusional.
young cats all the time. They be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
but no. So here's the thing, though, right? Is and I'll put it into perspective like this, right? We have all watched football different lengths of time. We're all different ages. That shit should not be a catalyst to your argument, especially when you only been watching football for a year and a half.
wow, only been watching for a year and a half. It's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, oh no, I look at it different too because even though Randy Moss is my favorite player ever, and I think he's probably the best receiver I ever watched, I'll never say he's over Jerry Rice. I'll never do it, regardless
Exactly.
of the era and how. But Jerry Rice is just different, bro. Like
That
he's
just
a
makes you
different
smart.
level.
That just makes you smart, man.
People don't understand that skill doesn't necessarily make you greater.
They don't.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and
Wait,
that's true too. No,
hold
you're
on. I
right.
missed that.
You're
What'd you
right.
say?
Skill
Hey,
doesn't make you
that's
It's
a
great.
not the
fact.
only thing. It's not the only thing.
Are you
Mhm.
talking about the one for Moss?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, how dare you?
Hey man, listen.
2020. Oh, this is 2020 to 2025.
This can't be
Okay.
the
If you
same
hold
AI
your
that's supposed
finger
to
on
take my
this,
job.
before y'all ask, if y'all hold this your finger on the screen and clear display, y'all can read the bottom of the list and get the comments out the way.
Oh, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that.
Thank you very kindly, because I am sick of that.
Who the? Yep.
Ramsey
You
So
guys
MPSU.
could
you
go
hold
back tapping the
Oh
screen.
yeah.
so listen. See where it says Jefferson and Hills twice? If you hold your finger on it, it'll bring up a white screen that says clear display or report. You hit clear display, it'll clear the comments.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it as a host, as the host.
Yeah, you're the host.
If you're in the
Yeah, you're
box seat,
cooked,
you can do it.
bucko.
No, this is good. Yeah.
You gotta moderate your own live, buddy.
I'm gonna take Hill out for Chase. That's what
Oh
I'm gonna
my
do.
gosh.
I'm gonna
This is
do.
2020 to 2025. I'm still taking
I
Hill, honestly.
know what it say.
I'm still taking Hill over Chase.
The
That's what
on-
I'm saying. I'm taking Hill over
Devontae
Chase.
Adams.
yeah.
Scotty Schefter with a fucking birdie. Let's go. I'm
Did
sorry,
you get
bro.
that excited over golf?
Bro, I got
That's what's
money
happening.
on. I got
Okay,
$100
okay,
on
okay.
Scotty winning, bro. I need this.
I don't know that the only thing I disagree with this list is Turpin.
Oh, that just peed me off. I'm
Oh
stuck
yeah, I
here
didn't
now.
notice the Mika down there. Yeah,
Mika. I don't know. Who would we replace with Mika?
Dog it. Yeah, that's nasty. That's super nasty. Nah, that's just yeah. I don't like. We, we gotta be real sometimes, man. We know good and god ding dang well.
2025.
Y'all came to the conclusion that Jones should be over Aaron Donald. How dare you? Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take Sewell out. All
I got, I
right, I'm gonna
got
take Sewell. I'm taking Sewell out. I'm taking Sewell out and
mm,
put. I'm taking Sewell out and putting, or worse, it doesn't matter. I'm putting Trent Williams in there. I don't care.
yeah, put Trent Williams over Sewell too. Yeah, that's nuts too. And Derek and JT, I'm not mad at JT and Derek. Would lean towards Saquon a little more, but I'm not mad at it.
We just haven't seen, I feel like, enough from JT
Nah, JT's been pretty consistent.
because of the injuries.
And the
He's
team that he
been
on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Special teams.
Special teams. That's why I can't get behind that Turpin and Olszewski on special teams.
That's Sam, Mike, and Will linebackers. By the way, SMW. Sam, Mike, and Will linebackers. Yeah.
Tony. Yeah, I like this. And then you got Humphrey at center. So what happened to? Oh no, he retired. Never mind. I was gonna say what happened to Kelsey at center
Huh.
and Miles Garrett. Yeah, then how did Miles Garrett miss too? Yeah, that's another thing. What? What else? Sonny Bono. Don't.
Oh man,
Hey, bro,
he's
I'm
married to
not one of
Cher.
you.
He was married to Cher in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
He was a California governor or something like that.
Never knew,
and
bro.
it's,
I
and
mean,
it's gotta be a crazy way to go out, bro.
who said
No,
that?
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, okay. Like an Action
But
Bronson line. Hmm. Never seen that one. Yeah, but this year, man, I know we didn't get done this past year, but this upcoming year, Drake May is going to show everybody why he's an actual top 5 quarterback. And looks like the Pats going to the bowl again.
shit.
Right,
Going to the bowl again. What's up,
right.
brother?
Listen, so respectfully, I said this. I
No.
said that